Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Flubber.
That's not how we start this.
I'm Whitney.
I'm not playing.
I'm Derrick. This is bad movies, worst people.
Why you cry?
So dejected.
It's
I did
fun
a bunch.
to let other people do it too. Go for
I
it.
had a plan. It's over now. No, it's over. We're on the episode.
What's a quote? Read a quote.
It's
bitch.
too late now. It won't
no,
be
it's
funny.
not. Do it.
Welcome back. And this week, we're changing gears extremely from the last 2 weeks. Flubber sounds like a baby shampoo. I'm Derrick.
I'm apparently Whitney.
I'm Jack.
The whole thing's going to be in there. And this is Bad Movies,
Worst
Worst
people.
You are worse people.
Yes, this week we're talking about Flubber. We haven't talked about Robin Williams, have we?
No, not like
Yes.
him in an episode.
It seems like
We've talked about him,
Yeah.
but I don't think we've done a movie of his.
It's something I've felt weird about because of, his whole ending.
Sure, but I mean, we did Chris Farley as well. But we love our sad clowns.
Didn't we also? You were telling me that there was like not a new thing that came out, but
He had another disease.
yeah, Louise.
Oh yeah,
Lou Gehrig's.
No,
What were we watching?
it's like the penguin's mom. What
it
she
was the
has
penguin's mom, the
the
disease that she had.
degenerative. You lose
Louis something
control
syndrome.
of your
Oh,
body.
okay.
You have dementia. All of that.
Yeah, apparently that's what Robin Williams found out he had, and that might have.
Yeah, he
There's
wanted
no
to
way
end it
he-
on his own terms. I mean, being trapped inside your own body sounds fucking awful.
Not only
Yeah.
that, but putting that on your loved ones.
Yeah, well, I don't have any, so
Well, he
Easy
did. He had
enough.
a beautiful wife and a wonderful daughter.
just rub it in.
Reverse all
How
of that.
meaningful my life isn't.
You have Kage, and you have us, and you have
I have
the
a Weibo.
bleeps. You have the bleeps.
You have
Eh.
multiple wives.
You do.
They're just other
And
people.
a couple
Getting
husbands.
sadder by the moment, by the sentence.
Oh, you live in Utah. You
Oh.
have multiple wives.
I thought you were gonna say Yuma. I was like, damn, he is really throwing punches. Derrick is just trying to
Yuma
get me
is worse
hurt,
than
dude.
Utah.
Yeah,
dude.
it is.
Barely.
Yes, no, by a lot.
Barely.
Utah has all those beautiful places.
Yeah, Yuma's gross and hot. I have a friend from Yuma.
Yeah, and Utah's gross and cold.
If you still let them live there, you ain't that good of a friend.
Well, no, he lives here. He's a roommate. He's a regular. He listens to the show. Hi, Matt.
Brought it all back. But yes, we are discussing 1997's Flubber.
I've never seen this movie. I had never seen this movie. I did watch it just now.
Oh, I
Okay,
can't.
guys.
I've never
Okay.
seen this movie.
I'm closing my eyes. I'm gonna go out the way I came into this world, never seeing Flubber.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say on recommendations later.
I think it'll be apparent as we go.
Let's talk about that real quick because this was a pretty big thing for.
I asked right away because I mean we can do whatever movies we want, but we like them to be bad in one sense or another. This was not financially bad.
No, but it's not. It's considered one of Robin Williams' lesser. This period of time, he was doing a lot of lesser. It was either like he was doing a lot of like sleep. He did some great stuff, but he was doing a lot of like sleeping his way through a comedy or doing stuff that was just manufactured to make you cry. Stuff like Patch Adams. And
Uh-huh.
things
Oh
like that.
God. Oh.
It's based on a true story, bro.
But like he was coasting, which is fine because he was getting paid and he deserved it
Yeah.
because he'd worked for it. But this is one of those ones that's considered a lesser one, which I mean, watching it, you can see he's barely Robin Williams-ing.
He's hooking all over this place.
Just because he's flying.
And he looks like Peter Pan. This is the most subdued of a Robin Williams without mailing it in or without sleeping through it.
Yeah,
He's as animated as he is in Good Will Hunting, mayhaps.
Yeah, the first part where he invents the flubber, we get a little Robin Williams-ing, but most of it is just him looking sad and
Probably because
thinking.
he's annoyed that this is just a complete rip-off of the absent-minded professor.
Well, it's a remake. It's not a ripoff. They acknowledged it.
I mean, I think he'd be fine with that. It's Derrick pointed out while we were watching, he was mad at Disney.
Yeah, so he almost didn't
Why
do
is
this.
he mad?
So there was a whole fucking thing about his.
He was supposed to be the only voice of Aladdin.
Genie.
Genie. Any Aladdin property with Genie was going to be it was supposed to be just him doing the voice. I think that meant video games and toys as well, but it definitely meant the sequel.
And the TV show.
And that ended up being Dan Castanella, who is Homer from The Simpsons. Castanella.
Right.
Yeah.
Castaneda?
You know who I'm talking about. Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Homer Simpson ended up doing it.
Previous episode, Godzilla 98.
Yeah. And just Robin Williams was super pissed about that. There was like a whole breach of contract thing, and he was pissed at Disney for it because he was supposed to get all those. I think he gets royalties if he does the toys and the video games.
I have a couple things about that. One, I just saw this thing online the other day, so I don't know if it's true or not because Facebook, but apparently he had done so much riffing for the Genie character that there's enough stuff that they could make a whole other movie.
Yeah.
I've also heard
in his
that.
will, he had that they could not use any of it. And it's probably going back to this. He's
fucking
like, fuck you
real
guys.
clap.
Yeah.
Chest clap.
Gorilla. Smart.
But yeah, he was not having good relations with Disney at the time. They obviously mended fences, so he was in this. But John Hughes, who wrote this movie and produced, wanted Robin Williams from the beginning.
Okay.
But because he wasn't in good standing with Disney, he had.
why wouldn't you want a full-on Robin Williams? Not the version we got per se.
Yeah, but also, Robin Williams is like the biggest family star at the time, so you definitely want that.
We hadn't gotten Tim Allen yet.
But we got.
Well, we did get Tim Allen. We didn't. Disney had just done a Santa Claus movie.
Yeah, this was 97, so
yeah. 94, I think, was that first Santa Claus.
But there was a list of other people that John Hughes lined up just in case.
Okay, let's play this game.
I'm saying Christopher Lloyd.
Definitely Christopher Lloyd,
because his nephew's in this movie.
But also, you can see Christopher Lloyd. It's just
Sam Lloyd. Ted from The Office.
Oh shit!
From The Office, from Scrubs.
Sorry, from Scrubs.
Different.
He
sitcom.
works in The Office of Scrubs.
Okay.
See, I'm never wrong.
Part of me wants to say Tim Curry, but that's no way.
Real quick, Jack, I want you to do Robin Williams as Christopher Lloyd. This character as Christopher Lloyd. Go.
Oh, hey, great Scott. We're going to go back to 81 gigawatts. Oh, miles per hour.
Marty. I have to get in the...
Great Scott, Marty.
It's called Flubber, Marty.
Oh, you want me to do that? Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see. I do that the other way.
Yeah. Him doing Robin Williams' character.
Great Scott, Marty. Well, it's Flubber. It's green, slimy.
All right, wife, give me another one. It's not Tim Curry.
No, I know. I can't think. 97?
You guys want one? I got a whole list of them, but I'll give you...
I want to go with a weird one like Jeff Daniels.
There's
Jim Carrey.
There's one
Oh,
Jeff.
there we go.
But it's not Daniels.
Bridges.
No.
Lebowski?
We've talked about him before.
Goldblum?
Yeah.
So that the thing is, it's Flubber. It's slimy and bouncy and kinetic and elastic.
I have a really good idea. I'm gonna put Flubber in this teleporting pod.
Gutenberg.
And I'm gonna get in the other teleporting pod.
Now, science log date is unknown to me. I don't see the outside. I'm going to fuck the Flubber. I'm going to make sweet, passionate love.
It just turns into the Flubber, and it's Jeff Goldblum slowly turning into a Flubber.
The Flybber.
Was Gutenberg on the list?
No
way.
Not 97.
Oh, we are. Yeah, 97. Gutenberg is a no-fly zone, dude.
Why?
Hollywood. We never really got an answer for it.
Because he did too many Police Academy
Adam
movies.
Sandler.
There it is.
No.
Nah. Yeah, give me one. If it's not Christopher
Will
Walken.
Ferrell.
John Lithgow is one of the ones.
Hey, it's Flubber! It's bouncing!
It's flying! It's rubber!
It's
Flubber!
Elastic! It's a squirt gun!
Get out of here, Weebo! We don't want you!
Can't you see? We don't want you anymore, Weebo!
French Stewart.
No.
Nobody can see me squinting.
These other ones don't work nearly as well. But
French Stewart, squint.
we got a Jerry Seinfeld.
Why do they call Flubber? It doesn't flop or burr. I don't even know.
But, Jerry, you called it Flubber. Why?
Why do they call them handcuffs? They don't go on your hands.
This one I don't see at all.
Bill Clinton.
Patrick Stewart.
What the fuck?
I'm a box of avocados, Logan. I've invented Flubber.
Well, wasn't it?
Make it so.
I don't have my phone. Who did Absent-Minded Professor? It wasn't Jim.
Oh,
Look at my
I
penis.
just
Now
said
look
it
away.
earlier when
Jimmy
we were talking
Stewart?
about it. No, Frank.
I like how your wife got to look at my penis, Jimmy Stewart. That's how she got. Did you hear her say that? She's like, "Who am I thinking of? Look at my penis."
I don't even notice.
It took me a second. My brain was like, "What the fuck is she talking about?" My brain
Fred-
was like, "Did she just say look at my penis?"
It's a guy named Fred McMurray, by the way. It took me a minute to remember. I was like, okay, Bonnie McMurray.
Fred McMurray.
And there's one more, and we've already said it, but not in this context. Mr. Tim Allen.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. There's
You believe that I'm a
McMurray.
genius? Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, him.
Flubber, oh, bounces. Yeah, it's a man's flubber right there. Ho, ho, ho. You can tell a flubber's a woman. It's not thinking. Ho, 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 ho. There's no brain up there. Ho, 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 ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
I have a bunch of cocaine.
I put it in my car. That's why. They're
Yeah.
like, there's a car involved.
Yeah.
But Chris McDonald, who's also in this movie,
Yeah.
wasn't
Shooter
going to do it.
McGavin.
He didn't want to do it because the character is too similar to Shooter McGavin.
A little bit of Dutch.
Another character.
Little bit of
Dutch. And then there was another one, I can't remember. But he was like, I don't want to do it because I've been playing this character and I don't want to be known as this character. And then Robin Williams signed on. And he's like, well, I want to work with Robin Williams. So sign me up.
I mean, it's a smart choice to want to work with Robin Williams in the fucking 90s or anytime.
Anytime.
Not now.
I would work with him now still.
Be
Well,
weird.
Not
I'll
now.
follow
yeah,
that river. I will work with him.
Be weird.
that's-
He's gonna meet you
oh.
in the What Dreams May Come movie.
Yep.
Real quick, I forgot to do this at the top. I wanted to say the description on Disney Plus of this movie. You know,
Go
they have
on.
the little blurb. This is
Yeah.
one
Yes.
sentence, and it was hilarious. Philip hopes his super bouncy goo will save his college and his wedding.
Woo!
That's a-
Phrasing? Are we doing phrasing?
That's a porno. Oh, get this super bouncy goo. Look at that. I come on her, come bounces off of her tits onto her chest. Oh, no stopping where that cum goes.
It's green.
Oh,
But this is directed by Les Mayfield, who
I
nobody
need more
knows.
Mayfield.
But you should know his name. You don't pay attention to directors, though, until now.
Is it Renegade?
Encino Man.
Oh,
Ooh.
fuck yeah.
And Blue Streak, but no one cares.
I like Blue Streak.
Oh, okay.
I don't love it.
And that remake of
Wait,
Miracle on
Blue
34th
Streak, is
Street.
that the Martin Lawrence one? or
Martin
the-
Lawrence? I think that's the one where he's hiding the diamonds
Yeah.
and pretends to be a cop.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not as good as when I watched it when I was younger. It doesn't hold up well, but
But they do, to your point earlier, wife, they do acknowledge this is a remake of Absent Minded Professor. It's not
He
just a
does
rip
say
off.
I'm not
Because,
absent-minded.
well, not just that. It's the writing credit is John Hughes,
Uh-huh.
but it's also Bill Walsh, who is the guy who
Okay.
wrote the original Absent Minded Professor, as well
I
as
mean,
like,
is
Mary
that Disney
Poppins
as
and a
well,
bunch of
right?
shit. Yeah.
yeah,
So
they're not gonna have an original idea.
I mean, how many times have they done the Parent Trap?
too many to
how many
care.
times have they done
Pissing me
Freaky
off.
Friday?
Yeah,
Let's play one more game before we get into this movie.
is it box
Okay.
office
The
budget?
box office game.
All right.
So how much
97 budget is
did, with
gonna,
with all this CG, Robin Williams?
I'm gonna go lower than I'd want to just because of the time. I'm gonna say 45 million.
I want to say 40 million.
It's higher than that, right?
80 million.
Yeah.
Jesus.
$80 million.
That's a big budget for this early of a movie.
And how? Okay, so box office hit.
So do we want to do domestic and worldwide, or do we want to
yeah,
just do total?
combine them total.
Total? All right.
Yeah. So worldwide domestic, it's a
320.
profit 80. You said 80 million, so I'm gonna say it made 190 million.
I said 320.
178.
Hmm.
So still, I mean, it's basically $100 million profit.
So
which
it's
is still
not
good,
Marvel. Is what
I mean,
you're
it's a
Oh,
different
that's-
time. It's a
yeah.
different time, though.
but yeah. It was a different time.
I mean, the movie did make my mom
we were in
want
a
to
different
see
place as a country.
The movie definitely
Yeah,
made
we
my
were.
mom. It's fine.
No, it made your mom want to see it.
And then, because we had watched the Absent-Minded Professor.
Was your mom a big Robin Williams fan at this time? Because I know
Definitely.
my mother was like
Yes.
direct line to her funny bone kind of situation.
Yes, absolutely, 1,000%. Step
Okay.
from Mork and Mindy, like
Yeah. Yeah, probably the same generation.
yeah.
They both created failures of children.
Fucking cheers to that.
Luckily, they don't listen.
I watched, everything Robin Williams at the time, so
Who didn't?
let's. I mean, we talked about it a little
I mean,
bit.
I know people that had a little ad nauseum from him.
I don't think I ever got tired of him until the 2000s, but he was also doing really bad movies. But maybe I just got older. Like that was when it was like Man of the Year and
I don't know if I saw
RV
those bad movies.
and
Did you ever see Toy?
Yeah, the toy.
The Toy. Yeah, No,
love them.
Toys.
Toys.
The Toy
Oh,
is a
the
different
Toys,
movie.
Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
That's a very different
yes,
movie.
it is. Toys, I actually like.
I remember liking Toys. That's one that is not available on like home video right now.
Oh, crazy.
I think unless somebody picked it up and I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not much that he has done that I didn't like. Like even his creepy shit, like 1 Hour Photo.
Oh, that's the
Fucking
one I was
loved
thinking
that.
But
of.
that movie's awesome. But it was like when he did the dramatic stuff and then he tried to get back into comedy because I guess the dramatic stuff maybe wasn't doing as well, so people wanted him for comedy, and it was just
But
not
he's so
good stuff.
good in the drama.
Toys is not streaming. You can't even throw money at it.
But he's also in The Awakening, and it's with Robert De Niro. He's the doctor. Robert De Niro's a comatose patient, and he
I've
learns.
Never heard of that one.
It's the best paycheck I ever made.
It's a beautiful movie. I'm gonna make you watch it.
But like
Bring a box of
Jack said,
tissues.
he's never seen this till
Was it
now.
gonna get horny?
No, I'm gonna cry my eyes out.
Oh, okay.
So you saw it? Did you see it a lot, or did you just see it? Like,
I've seen it a couple times.
Dude, I was
It's
flabbergasted when I heard
excuse me,
Derrick's
you were
number.
what?
Flubbergasted.
There you go.
Sorry. I was flubbergasted when I heard Derrick's amount of time seats. Not only has Derrick seen this, how many times have you seen
Probably
this?
like 30 times. We had the
97.
we had
you
the
were
green
in
VHS
sixth
tape.
grade.
Good God.
I was 12. I don't know what grade I was in, but I was 12.
Sixth.
Well, actually, 97. I would have been 11. I turned 12 at the end of the year. This was a summer
Fifth.
movie, so. So yeah, I mean, and my brother was 6, so we went and saw it as a family, and then we had the green VHS tape and watched it a lot. I don't think it's because I just really loved it. I think it's one of those things where my
could
parents didn't
have it
buy a
on.
lot of movies.
Yeah.
So like the 40 movies that we had, maybe on the high end, I just pop them in all the time.
I'm with you on that. This wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, you didn't have a 6-year younger brother.
No.
He did.
But I mean, he still was at an age he could have not watched
Also, my
it.
parents were like, Robin Williams, my son, what's the difference? I'm walking around as an 11-year-old like, hey, oh, huh.
Hey, Mom, look at this. What's that? Oh, it's a spatula. Could be a microphone. Hey, baby,
exactly.
God, I want to see 11-year-old you.
He's a
Is
little,
this thing on?
little fat kid.
He was a dick. I know that.
He was awesome. Probably not. I don't know. Well, no 11-year-olds are awesome, so I'm going to take that
Just
back.
spank
You
him.
tell that to 3
His
ninjas.
mom has a wonderful story
I
about
will.
how they had to do a parent-teacher conference, and they're like, he just doesn't listen. He's not. I don't think it was about you. I think it was about Todd.
I think this is about my brother, yeah.
And
It's the one where he's constantly farting? That was
no,
my
no,
brother.
no.
That's
Where-
a story for another podcast.
it may have been you. You were acting out or something,
Yeah.
and your mom's response was, "Just fucking spank him."
Hit that
And
kid.
The teacher was a mortified face, like, "How dare you?"
My school would have been all, fuck yeah, dude.
I didn't go to Catholic school.
We're going to beat the shit out of little ginger kid.
We're gonna beat the ginger out of
I'm going to
him.
wrap his knuckles till there aren't freckles, just bloody knuckles.
But it starts with crazy inventor stuff, much like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
It's
you know?
okay. It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but it works.
Yeah,
He's got
this,
the
what's
Mixed with
mousetrap thing called.
Rube Goldberg device. It's also Pee Wee Herman.
His house, though, I mean, he must not live in an HOA.
No way.
All
You
these,
couldn't have a yellow drainage pipe coming out of your fucking window.
well, and all these like vents and tubes.
Why is it going from
and-
the basement to the top bedroom?
Because there's no bedroom. It's just fucking methane.
That's where, he puts it up there. It reprocesses the methane into fuel and then pumps it back down into the basement. He's recycling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. On the
I
door,
also-
it just says flub around and find out. Like, don't open it.
I also want to know why his trash can is on a launching pad,
Because
So
it takes
can
it
go
to
out
the...
to the trash.
There it is.
but it was already at the curb, and
No,
the
it was
I
alarm
think it
by
was
the
out
house.
back. I think it was
Oh,
out
okay.
back.
I thought
Somewhere
it was
by
on
the
the
house,
curb.
and then shot and landed to the curb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought for sure it was going to be an invention that didn't work because I hadn't seen this. I was like, oh, no. I thought it was going to be a super failed inventor until Flubber comes along.
Oh no!
And when a Flubber comes along, you must bounce
flub
it.
I mean, he's
cares?
kind of because it's like Doc Brown or Rick Moranis' guy. whose
Yeah,
name I don't know.
Zelensky.
Zelensky. Because I make auto parts for the American working man. It's a
Because
different
that's who I am
Zelensky.
and that's who I care about.
Different Zelensky.
I'm going to go get a blowjob from a ghost.
Apparently, those guys just thought like Polish names were hilarious.
They are. Look at that. Zelensky. It's got like an S or a C.
But yeah, it's Robin Williams playing Professor Brainerd, and
I wonder if he's smart.
he's got a robot named Weebo, the voice is played by a woman named Jodie Benson, who Jack informed us was Ariel. Yeah. Probably not doing this singing.
Yeah, probably.
Because the way those old Disney animated movies work, they were like, we have a voice actor, and we're going to hire someone of an ethnic race to sing, and then we're going to not give them any money or credit.
Probably.
They did that a lot.
See Lion King.
Apparently, she was also Barbie in the Toy Story movie.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fun.
I think the third Toy Story, maybe the second one.
She's got his like daily itinerary there, and he's like, "There's something after school. There's something after school. What am I supposed to be remembering? I don't know. What is it?" And every time he looks away, she pops up on her little screen, "Wedding to Sarah Jean Reynolds." But every time he looks, she hides it because she wants to fuck him.
There's a horror movie here, by the way.
Yeah.
If you change the music, the bad guys get a little bit more menacing. The robot gets a lot more possessive, and the flubber is terrifying.
Yes.
You just drop all these little like sound effects.
God.
Get rid of all those.
I think they do later on in the movie, not all of the sound effects.
No,
are
you
there.
just got used to him. You got
Right, I
Stockholmed.
agree. I agree. Because out of the gate, it's pretty raw.
It is.
Because towards the end, especially, I was noticing it was just like,
Oh, dude, it's a fucking big city AM morning DJ.
It's Shooter and Buffalo Bill.
I just watched Good Morning Vietnam, and Hawk has the horn when he's trying to be the fucking. He's like,
Lieutenant Bruno Kirby.
I know
is
I'm
the
funny.
actor. I love that guy. Lieutenant Steve, Frenchie.
Bruno Kirby, Beverly Hills Cop, right? Was that the guy, or is that Bruno something else?
That's something else. Bruno Kirby is City Slickers, Godfather 2, bunch of stuff. He was not in City Slickers 2 because he either died or was dying of stomach cancer. Tragic.
Oh,
But great actor, and shows his range with anywhere from City Slickers to Good Morning Vietnam. My favorite Robin Williams movie, by the way.
it's I definitely cried no less than 3 times.
I'm thinking it's Bronson Pinchot. or
Oh,
whatever.
Bronson Pinchot.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I cannot. I'm being serious.
Yeah. That's what Bruno Bronson.
Yeah, I get you. They look exactly alike. They're both immigrants.
No, I don't know who Bruno Kirby is off the top of my head, but you said Bruno and
City
Bronson.
Slickers, he's the dude with the mustache. Do you not watch City Slickers once a year like I do?
No,
Oh, that's weird.
I saw last time I saw City Slickers. I was
before
probably
you met me.
about the same age as the last time I saw Flubber.
We could watch it right now, and I would be a happy boy.
But yeah, so Weibo is a serial killer, and she wants to eat Robin Williams' heart. So
Who wants some of Weibo? It's Weibo's chain.
I need to know what Weibo stands for, and it's.
I don't think it stands for anything because it's spelled WEEBO. It's
Yeah.
not. There's no like.
women electronic energy
bot orgasm.
I think you're thinking too much about it. I think it's because it
Organism?
weebles through the air. Weebles
Yeah,
wobble.
or like it's a little bot,
Yeah,
like
there you go.
Weibo. It's a
Weebot.
Weebot. It's a Wee robot. Weebo. Look at that.
Look at
That's a
me.
new nickname.
I'm a
Well, how did
Weebo.
it's flying rubber flubber.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Weebot. A
Weebot.
Weebo.
Weebo.
Weibo.
Don't you know?
All
I
right,
don't
then.
know.
I mean, this
Mine,
is
mine was
that-
more northern, so I went with
this is, by the way, what we need from this movie is Robin Williams just all of a sudden dropping into an Irish accent, Scottish accent. Like he doesn't do any impersonation.
No, I need
No, he
need
does
him
not.
making fun of Ted Levine and Clancy Brown. Like
Yes.
Robin Williams could do a great.
Okay,
Clancy
let's
Brown.
get into that real quick. The two thugs of this movie,
God, for
of this
reals.
comedy movie, and I'm not complaining. It was just shocking. The two most terrifying voices and people you could think of: Ted Levine, who is Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs, and Clancy Brown, who's terrifying in everything, but he's the bad guy in Highlander, Kurgan #1. Pet Sematary 2
Yeah.
is a fucking terrifying representation of that man.
Don't go that way.
Like Clancy Brown,
I
they
think-
both are doing a good job of being funny.
They did, which
I think.
you made you were like, oh, this could go either really good or really fucking bad.
If it was just scary guys that don't have chops like Michael Ironside, this wouldn't have worked with Michael Ironside.
No.
I think.
No, Michael Ironside getting bonked. He would have just beat up whoever's.
He would have headbutt the bowling ball to Bolivia.
I think that they pulled these actors for the parents because of the year that it was. We're gonna get the parents involved. We're gonna get the kids involved,
And
it
supposedly-
fucking worked. Dude.
Yeah.
Supposedly they were chosen because they had played villains before, and it was supposed to be kind of like funny because they were like real villainous. So because Buffalo Bill, is it the warden in Shawshank?
Yeah.
Clancy
Yeah.
Brown. So because those
Or
were
he's
both,
not. He's the top screw,
yeah, he's not the warden.
not the warden.
No, because that's
Yeah,
the little
he's
Weasley.
That's the owl
fucking-
guy.
That's a little turd
he
guy.
beats him, right? He's one of the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the cops. But like, supposedly that was why they were chosen, because they were known as like real scary villainous dudes, and it's like, well, let's throw them in here and watch them get bonked. It'll be funny for the parents, basically. Is
Yeah. Because I mean, if you're a parent, you probably saw this movie growing up, the original, and
Possibly,
now you're taking your kid to see it. Disney likes doing shit like that. That's kind of why, like, the Star Wars movies are a big example of that. Like, well, I watched the prequels. Now I'm taking my kid to see the sequel trilogy.
So
Yeah.
number
They'll be sadly
97,
disappointed.
summer of 97, ended my freshman going into sophomore year. You were going into freshman year.
No way of knowing.
No way of knowing.
There's no way of knowing.
And
that.
you were going into 6th grade year. So yeah, I definitely rented this with my mom.
I thought it was a summer movie. I just looked it up to make sure. November 26th.
I'm sorry.
November 26th.
Of 97.
So Thanksgiving movie,
Oh yeah.
So I was a freshman.
which makes even more sense. Family, Thanksgiving, etc.
Yeah. They did a
Flubsgiving.
good job on that.
Oh, gotta try to cut the turkey. Look at knife bounced right off. Look at
I'm glad they
I stabbed my
didn't-
niece in the eye. She's dead now. Oh.
I'm glad they did
Build a
not
robot
make
out of her
it
body.
a Christmas movie because that would have been too close to Home Alone.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too close to Home Alone. I mean, I thought it was going to be because Derrick had pointed out the John Hughes thing. We have two bad guys breaking into the house that don't get a Home Alone moment. Thank gods.
I mean, they kind of do.
No,
They
it's,
get
it's
beat
so,
up
but
by
it's
a
so,
golf
but
ball
it's so
and bowling ball.
short though. It's not like the
Oh,
the
it's not
madhouse of
prolonged. No, of death.
yeah, the madhouse of death.
Yeah, we have Sarah Jean Reynolds, who he's supposed to be marrying, who's also a doctor. So that way she doesn't ever turn into like a damsel in distress, or she's equal to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's actually the dumb one, Robin Williams. Not dumb, but he's absent-minded. He can't remember shit for the first 20 minutes of the movie.
He's autistic.
He's oh, yeah, I
After
was
the
gonna
first
say.
20 minutes of the movie, his memory's fine. But those first 20 minutes, it's rough.
Yeah, it's because she no longer loves him.
He can't even remember what they're talking about while they're talking about it.
The girl that she keeps saying her name, the lady played by the actress that plays Mrs. Poole.
Edie McClurg.
Edie McClurg. Oh, how did I forget McClurg? McClurg. Yeah, she says her name. She's like, I can't remember her name, but she says it. And he's like, who is
Sarah?
Sarah? You? Huh? Okay.
Yeah, and she's credited as Martha, but he keeps calling her like Sally, and like he
Oh.
can't remember shit. Like
His brain decided that these details are not important.
yeah. But basically, we find out that this is like the third time they're trying to get married, and he better not fuck it up, or this is the last time, because
And
he always forgets.
Movie over if Whitney has her way, because Whitney like, you really love this guy and you know how he is, take him to the fucking place with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
it.
I did with
Go
this
pick
guy.
him
Like,
up.
movie over.
We went to our wedding together.
Mm-hmm. Because you knew he was downstairs trying to put his dick in some green slime.
I knew he was going to be playing video games.
Babe, our wedding, I gotta level up.
no, I was gonna get. I'm a little late, but I didn't know that this Cynthia Rothrock movie was 2.5 hours.
I'm
long.
having dinner with Cynthia Rothrock.
You were.
I donated $800, babe.
I thought it was an hour and 45 minutes. It was 2 hours and 15 minutes. I don't know what to tell you.
She wants me to come look at all of her medals for jujitsu, and I'm guns to look at them.
Yeah. Sorry I couldn't make it to our wedding. I was on a date with Cynthia Rothrock
You
that
were
I
not
paid
in love with her in
$800 for.
2017.
No, I didn't know who she was yet.
No. You were playing Fallout 4.
That's true.
Dreaming of a Cynthia Rothrock he hadn't met.
I do like this is one of the things I remember the most from this movie is when he walks into the wrong classroom at
Yes.
the beginning here.
It's pretty
I-
funny.
He's
Love
doing
this.
his whole like theory of relativity, whatever the fuck he's doing.
The reason these masses, go towards each other is because they're gravity, yada yada. Let's take our naked male and pretend he's one body, and our naked female's the other body. They would move close with each other. Why don't they do that? Like, he doesn't even notice they're naked.
Because they're
I mean, he notices they're naked. He doesn't notice that's abnormal.
yeah, because
yeah.
he walked into a life drawing class, so
something about like what's stopping them? The Earth.
The Earth. I got a couple laughs out of his delivery. He's
He's so matter of fact.
Thank you to whoever
Yeah.
brought me this plate of fruit and the dead pheasant. But
do not get
this is
extra
not
credit.
extra credit.
It's not until he pulls the board down and he's like, oh, not my class, I see.
This the female art pose teacher person.
Go on.
She looks like
We could-
an actress I've
Let's
seen
condense
before.
that to model.
Thank you.
Let's just get that.
Well, she could have been the teacher. I don't know.
She does look familiar, but I don't think she is anybody.
has that face.
She has a face.
Okay.
And we meet Wilson Croft. Doesn't matter what his name is.
It's
You
Shooter
know what?
McGavin.
Let me touch on this real quick.
Touch
Wilson
away.
Croft is played by Christopher McDonald, Shooter McGavin, who's been previously on the show in Dutch and The Faculty.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
But Wilson Croft is his nemesis. And we don't really get the names of the goons,
We
but
get
they are
Wesson.
credited as Wesson and Croft.
Yep.
It's
John
like you forgot
Hughes-
to name them. He's like, dude, you don't have names for these two bad guys. Wesley Croft. You can't call them Wesley and Croft. Wesson Croft.
Dude, John Hughes is fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, you think Robin Williams is mailing it in? This is a bunch of his old scripts all pieced together with fucking Flubber.
So this was Disney being like, "Hey, remake this. We'll give you a big paycheck." Da 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 da. And everybody's just like giving it.
We're going to want a new John
1%.
Hughes movie this year. I like Absent Minded Professor. Let's do that.
Is this his least problematic?
Yes.
I mean, there are no people of color, but there's no problematic
Yes,
No,
there
no,
are.
situations.
no. The basketball team on the other side.
No, they
The other
had.
The
school.
evil basketball
The
team.
evil
They had,
basketball
no,
team
they
and
had
people of color.
they had a little ethnic kid on the end.
Oh, that's true. They had
They
a
had
little,
an Asian one and a black kid.
yeah, an Asian one.
And-
I don't
Not
know.
the preferred nomenclature.
but only
dude.
extras,
Sorry.
no
Just
one with names. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like,
Yeah, that's very Hughesian.
They didn't name him Long Duck Dong.
It's Hughesian.
That's fair.
You know what? Progress. Fucking about time. It's only been 10, 15 years since he did that.
But we will be seeing Christopher McDonald again this year
Thank
Oh
God.
God, yes.
for Sky Timber
Ow!
Thank
because he shows up
God.
in Terminal Velocity with
Snipes.
no,
I do that every fucking time. Charlie Sheen.
yes, Charlie Sheen. I'm like the other one.
Yeah. What's the Wesley Snipes one? Drop Zone.
Drop
Drop Zone.
Zone. Yeah. He's also in Requiem for a Dream. So
It's about that time of the year.
It is.
hey guys, I don't want to sound needy here.
I'm needy.
But we have a Patreon at patreon.com/worstpeople.
Mhm.
And it only costs $3 a month.
$3 a month is nothing.
And I know times are hard right now.
Real hard for me.
Inflation's up.
No.
You can't afford your groceries.
Can't eat.
But you can afford $3 a month if you love us.
Give us $3.
Super love us.
Please
Yeah.
love us.
We're not begging.
I'm begging.
We're not pleading.
I'm pleading.
We're not down on our knees.
Oh boy,
I mean-
my knees hurt. They've been on it on so long.
But we do kind of need the money.
I need the money bad.
We need new equipment.
New equipment. We need to do remote podcasts for all of you.
I wouldn't mind eating.
We need to have video.
I wouldn't mind eating.
We need more drinks.
Food sounds good.
So please check out patreon.com/worstpeople.
Please check us out.
You get a bonus episode every month, and we're going to have more content coming for you.
I'll send you pictures.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Please give me more. I'm being held hostage here. If I
patreon.com/worstpeople.
don't pay my way out of here, they're going to kill me.
This is where we find out, they're shutting down this school, ? Like, we're going to shut down your whole college. I don't think that's how colleges work, but
Because they don't have funding.
They're borrowing money from a mobster.
yeah, they're borrowing money
From Wil
from
Wheaton's
Timothy
daddy.
Oliphant's dad.
It's Dewey Cox's dad. Wrong kid. Wrong kid, dad.
And we also find out that Chris McDonald is basically, he used to be Robin Williams' partner.
But he
But he-
stole.
Yeah, kept stealing his shit.
And he even says, he's like, you're lucky I stole those. If you had them, you'd forget about them. You'd never do anything with them.
Yeah, and he says something along the lines of like, I'm not an innovator like you. I'm an adapter.
Yeah.
So I took your ideas.
I'm
and
not
made them-
smart. I take advantage of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm here this weekend to steal your wife.
And I'm going to tell you about it.
When
Your
you
fiancé.
because he's not going to remember.
Mm-hmm. That's true. He can say whatever it was. One time when I was younger, me and my cousin touched wieners. What? You're not going to remember that.
It's the one thing Robin Williams remembers.
You touched
touched
wieners with your
wieners.
cousin.
They
I was like,
touched
"Chuck an apple at you."
wieners.
If only there was a little flubber on the tip, they would have bounced away from each other.
Oh man, Flubber condoms. Like you just not
Oh.
condoms. Like,
Bring, bring,
you
bring,
spray
bring,
your
bring,
you
bring,
spray your
bring,
kids' genitals with a little flubber before they go to prom. All right,
It
you
might
know what? You could try to have sex tonight. Go ahead, try it.
You could put a belt around each other, like you belt each other together, right?
You bungee cord each other?
Yeah, and then it keeps you in there, and so even when you're done, you're like, you're not done yet. Don't worry, I'm still going because I'll never stop.
Honey, are you going on that date? Don't forget to bring a flubber. We don't know where she's been.
A flubber.
I had a buddy who lived with his grandma, and that's not the funny part. Don't
No,
laugh.
I'm
That's not
laughing
the funny
because we're
part.
talking about condoms, and that was where you went.
Well, because it's relevant because he's being sarcastic. She goes, "Honey, where are you going?" "Oh, Grandma, we're off to buy a bunch of guns, do some coke, and rail some hookers." And just this chick's in her 80s. She goes, "Don't forget to bring a condom." And we just died laughing. We're like, "Your grandma just outdid you. You thought you were being like, I'm gonna be real gross with my grandma right now." And I'm like, "Nope, Grammy got you."
That's me.
Don't forget to wear a condom.
That's me as a grandma.
Yeah, like
1000%.
oh, you know, bang some hookers. Cool. First of all, don't forget to bring a condom. Second
Hey,
of
well,
all,
where are you getting your coke?
is that
'Cause
Coke
I know
pure? Is that Coke pure? Is
I
that
know
good
a
Coke?
guy.
Is that good Coke?
I know a guy.
It's only been stepped on twice.
My like, can you bring me back some of that cocaine?
I got some shrooms if you want to do that instead, guys. Shrooms and guns, maybe not. Sorry.
Shrooms and hookers. I don't know about that either.
I went to a weird place in my head.
That's either a really bad time or a really good time.
I think I'm on the latter.
Well, don't get on a ladder on shrooms.
Don't play with fire.
No, I feel like I'm on the ladder. I'm not on one.
But like he goes home and he cracks the formula because something hot and cold, and of course we knew this was coming. It's the beginning of the movie. He forgets his wedding because he's too busy inventing.
And Weebo won't show him.
Yep,
Mhm.
Weebo's like, "Oh no!" It has that.
Drats.
I love like because she knows that he's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And he starts getting wrapped up in this, and she's like, "Yep, you're fine. You have nothing going on." And when he leaves, 'cause she's always playing video clips. Weebo has a little video screen.
Anything
in her
Disney
head.
has the rights to.
Yeah.
Well, and not even that because this is pre the Fox buyout. They have the Simpsons in there.
Oh, true.
So I think maybe if they're short enough, I don't know.
Yeah.
But definitely a clip
what was
of
The Simpsons?
it was when she was laughing at someone, probably Robin Williams, and it was a bunch of clips of different people laughing, and one of them got to it was Bart
Nelson?
and Lisa
Oh.
and Maggie sitting on the couch, and it's Bart and Lisa like laughing, and yeah, it was a
Oh.
quick clip. But
I just remember
This
Who
clip-
Framed Roger Rabbit.
this clip is the Cheshire Cat
Oh, yeah.
because it's that evil laugh, like when he's disappearing, like, and it made me laugh because I love Alice in Wonderland.
Me too.
But yeah, he figures out he needs a little touch of electricity, something. House goes bada boom.
Something.
A little touch of
Dark side.
electricity, huh?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna say right now, like we're gonna make fun of a bunch of this because it's not great, but I think we all laughed
I'll
a lot more than I expected.
wholeheartedly laugh.
Oh yeah, no, there's some genuine stuff here that was, I mean, very Disney of them to make it like funny parts for the adults.
yes.
Yeah.
It's not just pure baby shit.
Yeah,
Your kid would be entertained. I don't know what age, 6. We'll use your brother. Like 6 would be fucking just loving this, I'm assuming.
yeah,
And the parents are at least like, I don't want to blow my brains out. I've gotten a couple laughs.
yeah. Look, Buffalo Bill's there getting hit. In
I
the
think
head.
I got more laughs out of them than anybody.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well, Clancy Brown and Tom Levine or Ted Levine,
yeah.
Levine, getting fucking rocked in the head no less than a half a dozen times.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Love it.
Yep.
But so he invents Flubber. It's multiple, it's foldable, it's ductile, something.
Oh, hey, look at it. You can do it. You can twist it. You can pop it. You can twist. You can fuck it. Can't do that. Can't marry it though. Can't say yes. Can't consent. Oh, weird.
It can go. There's also someone credited as the voice of Flubber, and
Not Frank Welker.
Not Frank Welker.
Yeah.
rude.
Should have been.
Well,
Should've
but
been.
then you would have had to give me more of it.
Yeah, you'd also have to pay him more. That
Mhm.
it's already $80 million budget.
Well, you want it to be a 90 million?
I couldn't find the any kind of like what Robin Williams got paid, but because he was pissed off at Disney, I'm wondering if it was like we got this $40 million movie. Robin's in. We got this $80 million movie.
Yep.
Like, he's like, I'll come back. You want me? You want my
He
star
has
power?
principles, but that just means that he won't be bought off for cheap.
Exactly, just like this movie.
So that's
Oh,
like-
I wonder if they did that. I wonder if that was actually real. Like, for realsies, though.
Yeah.
But we get like it was all of our favorite thread of this movie because he's fucking around with the Flubber and it has this like montage of destruction bouncing around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But there's this
This
little fucking
boy-
kid.
Hold on. He is credited as window boy.
And he's
boy.
in his house and his dad's like, look, your window's closed. Nothing can come in through your window. Everything will be fine.
Trust me, I'm an adult.
Yeah, and Flubber crashes through the window, scaring the shit out of the kid. And this just goes throughout the entire movie. And it's not even the rule of 3s. This is the rule of like 5s.
Yeah, it fucking ends the movie on him. It's the best part of this movie, and we are having some genuine laughs, but nothing harder than this, I guess.
And we get a cameo from a previous episode because the Flubber's bouncing on somebody's remote control, changing channels.
Oh, yeah.
And Gorgo comes on the screen, and Flubber turns into a little Gorgo and goes.
Derrick noticed that a lot quicker
so
than I
fast,
like
because you
to
and I
admit.
both looked at Flubber.
Yeah, because Flubber kind of makes a Godzilla.
Yeah.
But I think that's expensive to get the rights to, mayhaps.
That's
Yeah.
why I had to rewind it, because I was looking at the Flubber also, and it turned into a little, monster thing. But in the background, I was like, did I see those little stupid ears?
Yeah. And you sure did.
Sure enough.
Such as Gorgo.
Welcome back, Gorgo.
You nasty old son of a bitch.
Like, if it's a movie that Mystery Science Theater can talk about, then it's a movie that they can put in this movie for free.
I wonder if we're on Ireland. Where's your dad? Don't have a dad. We're on Ireland.
I do like the dog and the cat trying to fight the Flubbers
Uh-huh.
because it's split into a bunch of little ones. That's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, it's squeezed
It's good.
through a
It's good
screen.
dog and cat acting.
It really is.
I mean, they obviously like dangled something in front of the cat and then
Yeah.
just like
I think you can
CG'd
see it with
out.
the cat. You can actually see a green thing on a wire in front
Well,
of it.
and also, 85% of the CG in this movie, the Flubber, Weebo isn't CG. Weebo is actually like real. That's like superimposed.
yes,
obviously.
you can tell when it's superimposed. Other
Um,
times when it's not shown float, like there's a couple scenes Rob Williams is holding Weebo,
Yeah,
and it's supposed to be flying, but you just know that he's doing that as an actor.
yeah.
It doesn't look that bad. There are parts. The flying car, I think, definitely has some less than shiny spots. We'll call it.
Yeah. And the basketball, whenever they're doing basketball
Uh-huh.
stuff, you can see when it's a real basketball and it's not, because it goes from like that dirty brown orange
To a
to like,
Cleaner orange.
but yeah, it
This-
turns into like a 5-ball. Like you're playing. Those are the orange ones, right? Sounds right.
Yeah.
But it's like bright orange, like
Mhm.
Nickelodeon orange.
Everybody's doing a decent job of pretending something's there. It's
Yeah.
just we're at the
And-
limitations of 97 animation.
And that's the thing. 97. This Flubber looks pretty fucking good, really.
Yeah.
I
We
mean, they-
didn't have Phantom Menace yet.
no, which looks way worse.
It
does.
I know.
I mean, Phantom Menace level is when later on when Clancy Brown is going to steal the Flubber and it's dripping out of the side of the container and he goes to touch it. That's Menace level.
I mean, the worst it looks at Phantom Menace is that fucking fight on Naboo. It becomes a wallpaper from your 96 Windows.
I already evicted it from my brain, so I don't remember what it looks like.
I
We'll
will
watch it
watch
again.
that every year.
I got it on 4K.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I just flubbed in my pants.
But
I
this
heard.
he also comes up with the name. He's like, "Hey, oh, it's flying. It's rubber. What do we call it? Flubber.
Oh,
Oh, Flubber. Hey."
Smells good like a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm hungry. Which? Sandwich. That's
Is
the
this
one.
before? This is before. I was thinking about his live on Broadway. I watched that with my parents, and I was wondering if this is before or after that. That was after this.
Way after.
Probably.
2002, probably.
When he goes off about golf.
That's not what the only thing I remember. I watched it with my parents because they were like, Robin Williams, we can watch this as a family.
Dude, do they not remember
80s.
70s?
My
80s?
parents didn't watch stuff.
I mean,
My
he
parents
used to
only
come
started
out of
watching
that-
movies when they retired because now they got a bunch of free time.
There's one where he's coming out of the dressing room. It's probably the late 70s, and he is fucking wiping his nose. And when he starts his stand up, it's like, good.
And he's
God.
sweating
Oh, he's leaking.
profusely.
Sweating is not the right word. We've got to find another
He
word
is
for
secreting.
the amount of he's flubbering. The amount of liquids leaving his body is concerning.
Doesn't he even have like? I remember he's wearing rainbow suspenders. He's
Yeah.
almost dressed like Mork.
Yeah,
He's got like a blue cut sleeve, rainbow suspenders.
yeah, red pants maybe.
I think
But
so.
the thing
yeah.
I remember from the live on Broadway that I watched with my parents as a teenager is the part where he's talking about going down on a chick because
Oh,
his
yeah.
arms are super hairy and he buries his face in his elbow crook there and he's like, and he's like sitting up and he's like, are you done yet? And like I'm sitting there with my parents like,
Not funny. Not
And how old were you?
well, if we watched it when it came out, 2002, I was
17?
16, 17. Yeah, no, it was cool.
Going on
Super cool.
18.
awkward.
Yeah, no, that's not awkward in my family. I would.
We know. We've heard some of your family's slogans. You're gonna recap what I know about your fucking family. Your family never played knife tag.
How have you never played lawn darts and knife tag? We played that in Iowa all the time.
Of course,
Line
Iowa.
dart tag.
Yeah.
You're it.
Well, game's over. I won because I'm still alive. Guess who has to go to the hospital?
Loser.
Dude, you got a fucking lawn dart sticking out
I
of your
slept
gut.
in the gun room at my grandparents' house.
I like you,
That's
man.
cool. I like
but
that.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Dude, you would have loved my grandpa's gun room.
I'm sure it was.
But Robin Williams' alarm goes off because he said it wrong. He said it for 6:30 a.m. He realizes he's missed the wedding. Sad times. Shooter McGavin picks up Sarah from the wedding the night before also. And he's like, I'm not scummy. Let me give you a ride in my Range Rover.
I've never seen anybody drive a Range Rover that wasn't a scumbag.
Neither have I.
Dennis from Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Scumbag.
Scumbag.
The implications.
He tries to win her back by showing her Flubber. He's like, look, this is so cool. And it's doing its dances and it's whatnot. And as soon as she looks, it just lays blump. I'm like, Flubber and Weibo both know this lady's a bitch.
Because he makes it, well, maybe. He makes these things with a little bit of him in there. And so they fall in love with them. But there may be something to what you're saying. My cat has only ever hissed at 2 people, and I should have fucking taken a warning on both of them. I didn't pay any attention. I was like, oh, she's just a scaredy cat. You know both of them.
No, she's scared.
Okay.
She's scared
she's
for
scared.
you.
Yeah, she knows.
But he does like stick it. This is another thing I remembered very well. He sticks it in his back pocket. He's like, watch. I'm going to fucking do a back somersault out your window here, and I'm just going to bounce
She
right
should have
back
been
in.
so much more concerned. Like, you were going to die.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
she's only
like
the
second or
story.
third floor. Like,
Yeah. Like, if this, you don't believe in this Flubber, right? So now you just think he's getting out there butt first and just going to fall?
Yeah.
And you're just
land
like,
flat on his
Are
back.
you
It's
kidding?
fine.
I would have been running over there like, get the fuck out of the window. She's like, quit clowning around.
Well, she's
'Cause
also
she no longer loves him.
Yeah, she's also pissed. So she still loves him, but she's pissed. She's like, fucking die.
All right, if he falls from here, he's not going to die, but he'll be really badly hurt.
And
do
then
it,
he won't-
pussy.
And then he won't miss the wedding because he can't do science.
She's going to misery him.
Yes.
But
New
it
movie.
shoots out of his pants,
Just flubs right out of his pants, dude.
and he hits
Don't
the
forget
ground.
your flub glove.
And it's like, are you hurt? Just my pride. And I'm like, dude, you were 40 and you just fell out of a second-story
Yep.
window. It's more than
Yeah.
your pride.
Well, he does. As soon as she walks away, he goes, oh.
I'm thinking of Tommy Lee Jones and Firebirds right now.
Oh, yeah. Getting out of bed.
Yeah.
I sure could use a fudgy.
And we meet Ted Levine and Clancy Brown here. By the way, we'll probably see Ted Levine again.
I hope
He's
so.
in Evolution and Wild Wild West and The Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. Yeah, he orders a decaf iced latte. It's the weirdest part of the movie. Like, they're all doing this setup. He's like, oh, we could all use some coffees. You want to make a coffee run? What do you guys think? Like 8 decaf iced lattes with frap? That sounds good. It's weird.
That's not
That's
coffee.
not coffee.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's stuck out of my mind. I'm like, if I'm working for this FBI guy and he's like, or whoever he is, like, oh, I'm going to buy a coffee. Decaf? Nope. We're stopping there.
I'm gonna buy a round of beers. Who wants a Heineken Zero?
Nope.
Who wants a Mick Ultra?
I would rather butt chug a Michelob.
And then Clancy Brown, we've of course seen before. Cast a Deadly Spell.
Uh-huh.
He was the bad guy in there.
And we will see him again.
Starship Troopers, Buckaroo Banzai, most recently on the Penguin.
Highlander.
I'm
making you guys watch Highlander.
I was like, yeah,
I've got
you're
it on
gonna have
4K.
to.
Of course you do. Of course you know what? Of course you should.
Yeah.
I'm going to change the way I say that.
Only Highlander, not Highlander 2 or 3 or 10 or 11.
There's something to be said about Highlander too.
I was
not
thinking
good.
about I was like, oh, Highlander for Latchkey Vids. That'll be cool. 5 seasons.
Yeah, but
What?
the first season's terrible. The second and third season are great. The fourth and fifth are terrible dismounts.
So we only do a couple episodes from 1 and a couple episodes from 4 and 5?
Yeah, no problem. I'm Duncan McLeod from Clan McLeod.
And they work for Chester Honecker, played by Raymond Barry, who we mentioned, Justified.
Yeah.
Wrong kid, Dad.
Wrong Kid died. He was also just recently on the show in Nothing But Trouble, kind of.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
one of the cops at the
Oh, yeah,
end.
yeah.
Cool Runnings. So, you know.
God, I haven't seen that in forever.
Cool Runnings?
Yeah. I haven't seen it in forever.
Oh.
It's been a minute.
Dude, we went to Slow Body. There was a scene on the TV a tiny little TV, and it didn't have any of the main cast in it.
Oh, remember?
And I looked over and I was like,
guys.
Yeah, I know, but like Derrick and I were
Not at
Derrick and I were in
comic-con.
line, yeah. And I looked over and I was like, "Oh my god, Cool Runnings!" I should not have known it that fast without
No,
any of the main guys.
It was when John Candy is teaching them to ice skate.
But it just showed the
at the
hockey
beginning,
players,
and it just showed the people skating, and it was none of the real cast. And he was like, "Oh, that's Cool Runnings."
it's another yearly for me.
I love it.
this guy's son, who's kind of in this movie, Wil Wheaton, Bennett.
What
Wil
was
Wheaton,
that maneuver?
Kiss my lucky egg.
Oh, I'm
Cool
sorry.
runnings.
I know that. It looked like when he said Wil Wheaton, you know how people kiss their fingers and point to the sky? It looked like you kissed your fingers and pointed to your vagina. Like that was the look that I got. And I was like, my God, is that what we do for Wil Wheaton?
Wil Wheaton, of course, on Star Trek Next Generation. Toy Soldiers, Stand By Me.
Toy Soldiers for sure.
Big Bang Theory, he makes some appearances. Now he just does nerd gaming for a living, which, good for him.
Yeah,
Oh,
he made his nut.
Yeah.
But we did just see him on that D&D show, Faster, Purple Worm, Kill Kill, and he was doing a weird thing. So I watched his other show, which I can't think of the name of it right now.
Neither can I.
It's where each episode they play a different board game, and he's got like celebrity friends and like
Nice.
nerd board games, not
Yeah.
like Clue and stuff, like the kind of shit I play.
Oh,
And
good at Clue.
but he's notoriously not good at rolling dice.
Oh, that's right.
So when he's on Faster, Purple Worm, Kill Kill, and he rolls his dice and he's like, if anybody's ever watched me on my other show, he's like, you'll be surprised. I just rolled 2 digits. Like, so every time he
And
was
one
rolling,
was
he
a nat
kept
20.
he kept rolling 19s though, and he's like, no, 19.
Oh, that's what it was. No, 19.
That's what it's from.
But yeah, he's like a stuck-up, shitty kid.
Oh, he's a
who-
spoiled fucking brat, dude.
Yeah.
his
I
dad.
was supposed to pass and be on.
I'm gonna fail chemistry and now I can't be a lawyer. I don't know why you're taking chemistry to be a lawyer.
You have a science credit still.
Take it easier science, dude.
Yeah, fair.
Chemistry's tough.
Earth science.
Earth science,
Rocks.
biology, something like that.
Rocks.
You're taking the rocks, dude. Taking fucking rocks. What are you taking this semester? Rocks.
But like, he's supposed to pass everything because his dad paid the school a bunch of money, and they're all just supposed to give him A's.
Yeah.
But Clancy Brown and Ted Levine are like, well, we did talk to this Brainerd
He
guy.
either forgot or he's not listening.
Yeah, and
He's not all
I know
there.
I know which one it was.
Yeah.
I mean, we know, but I don't think they know because they don't believe that he's.
Oh no, they believe it. They're just like he's just kind of not there, not realizing. No, he's just not there.
But that's where we
Take the
get that
kinda
line
right
we
out.
referenced earlier, where they're like, no, he's got principles, and it's like that just means he needs more money.
Every school has principals.
Not colleges; they have deans.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, speaking of
So they're
deans,
not your pals.
Speaking of deans,
Oh.
this film was shot by Dean Cundy.
Ah,
Welcome back, Dean Cundy.
Yeah,
Invasion
welcome back.
USA.
No.
So close.
Let me throw out some movies. I don't remember what he's done that we've talked about. He did film. He did the 2 original Halloween movies. He did a bunch of cool shit. But I'm gonna see a movie that we've done because I know. I mean, he did like Jurassic Park and stuff. But I know we've talked about him before. Oh, he shot Hook. Not like with a gun.
Oh, but so I kept saying there were hooky vibes all over this fucking movie.
We didn't know what you meant by hooky.
And apparently that's why.
There are hooker vibes all over this movie.
They're playing hooky over there. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Okay, here we go. So maybe not movies we've talked about, but we've talked about him before.
Just not on the episode.
We've talked about him before because he has done movies we've done. But I mean, the stuff I think of is The Fog, Escape from New York, The Thing. So he worked with John Carpenter a lot.
Okay, so we did talk
The
about
Back
those.
to the Future movies, Big Trouble in Little China, Roadhouse.
What?
Nothing But Trouble.
There we go.
The Flintstones.
Oh God, when
So-
are we doing that?
Any day. Any fucking day you
When it
want,
comes up on the
dude.
random shuffle that gave us this episode.
That movie is the reason that Rosie O'Donnell was put on this earth.
Yeah.
I don't normally care for her. I mean, I obviously League of Their Own. She's great.
Yes.
But as Betty Rubble was why she's supposed to exist.
Dude, I have not seen that since a year after it came out because
Uh-huh.
that's when I watched it on DVD or whatever.
That's your fault.
A League of Their Own. If we watch that together, I need a box of tissues.
Me too,
I
because
will
I'm going to get
cry.
hard for Gina Davis.
I will cry
Tom
no
Hanks.
less than 4
And
times.
Tom Hanks. I will match you on orgasms.
Oh,
He's
there
gonna
we
be
go.
crying. He's gonna be crying out of his penis every time you're crying out of your eyes.
It's a climax.
You
It's
got a
fine.
drippy dong there?
It drips when it should and when it shouldn't.
But so Clancy Brown and Ted Levine go to Robin Williams' house to try to like intimidate him or get dirt
Muscle
on him or do
up.
something.
Oh yeah, get dirt on him because there's no way he has to have something.
Yeah.
But he's doing these experiments with the flubber. They missed the one where he's fucking it, but because he made a hand cream out of it. So that's all I'm saying. But he's
one stroke and it's done. Just keeps going.
boing, 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 boing. But he's testing it out on a golf ball. The golf ball bounces around, goes through the window, hits Clancy Brown in the face.
And he's out.
And then while Ted Levine is talking to Clancy Brown about getting hit in the face, he's testing it on a bowling ball. Spoiler alert.
Okay, now I'm going to lube up this ninja star with this flubber cream, and we're going to see what happens.
Let me see what happens if I lube up a butcher knife.
Okay, so I'm going to lube up this lawnmower blade, and I'm going to set this thing out on the town. Okay, you duct tape a couple of chainsaws together, and you lube them up with flubber. You flube them up.
But you know what? Somebody, I don't know if it was the special effects people or if this was in the script or what. Somebody had the brilliant idea, which I think is funny, to keep this. So the golf ball and the bowling ball hit them both in the head and shoot up straight up in the air.
Yeah.
And they fall back down and hit them in the head again and shoot straight up in the air. And then throughout the movie, they're just bouncing up and down in his driveway. He has no idea.
Yeah, pretty much like it'll go and then he'll pull up and it's like he doesn't see it. As
Later on, he's pulling out in his car, and like as soon as he drives past, they both bounce off.
It's just for us.
Yeah,
it's
It is
just for us. And I agree. I think it's a smart thing to do because
Yeah.
it's not like a laugh out loud. It's just like you kept
And it
that
carries
going.
on throughout the rest of the movie.
Yeah,
And I love
perfect.
it.
I think you had to carry it on.
But then he decides to do this test with his car to make it fly. Which also, by the way, speaking of Christopher Lloyd, the way he tested the flubber in his house earlier was using like a radioactive isotope to control it.
I was expecting
So that means he has a car with radiation in it.
I was
Yeah.
expecting was it Iranians or whatever. To come,
Armenians.
Armenians. I expect the Armenians to come through with AKs and bust his ass up.
Oh, I'm sure in 1985 you could just buy plutonium at any street corner.
Yeah, kind of. I'm sure in 1997 you can get plutonium at a local Quick Mart.
No, we just call them airheads.
That's true.
Cheetos.
Yellow Gatorade. Will that do?
But yeah, he makes his car fly, which is not the best part. It is like the main thing.
It's
You'd think for it
fine.
being like such a focal point of the movie, they would have spent more time making that look good. But you do what you can, I guess, in '97.
It's just
I think
because
you-
it's a callback to the original.
yeah,
No,
but it's a
I think
focal
they had to
point of
make
the
a
movie,
choice.
too.
I think they had to make a choice: the flubber or this, and they chose the flubber.
That's fair, I guess. But I do like he gets up into the sky and he's like, "Ah, it's so peaceful." He just goes to turn off his engine like an idiot, and then he Iron Man's down like he's just plummeting to the earth.
Okay, I just gotta turn it back on. Turn it back on. Here we go. It's a little stuck.
And that's where we get Weibo with her flashing screens, and 1000% it's fucking
Eddie Valiant from Roger Rabbit.
Thank you.
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins.
That was me doing cartoon noises.
Sorry if I missed it.
Auga.
Yeah, he saves himself at the last second, of course, because the movie's not over yet. How would that have been? Like the 45-minute movie, Robin Williams just crashes into the earth.
Then Weibo climbs inside of Robin Williams and wears him like an EXO for the rest of the movie.
Oh.
And goes and teaches classes. Oh, hey, I'm Robin Williams. Don't I look normal?
I'm Robin Williams. Because it's Weibo's voice trying to do a Robin Williams, which is kind of just Mickey Mouse.
E equals MC square, motherfucker. I'll fucking teach it again.
I'm going to buy your fandom, huh?
I'm going to ruin this school.
I really wish this was on camera.
Especially with the arm flopping. That's the dead body, by the way. It's Weibo
I
and
know,
a
you
dead
guys
body.
are totally
Yeah.
burning this shit all over.
Weekend of Flubbers.
There we go.
Man, what if
But how would
Flubber...
she get the arms to move?
She's going
Well,
to climb
she's
inside.
she's floating around the head. And the arms are just going like flopping.
Yeah.
You know, they're just hanging there.
She upgrades her equipment. She like plugs that little outlet into the spinal cord,
Oh.
and now she's good to go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I like where
Yeah,
this
now
is
we're
going.
going.
Lawnmower man-ish.
The things were attaching to their spine, right? In the faculty.
No,
Where were they?
that's
There's something where they're.
That was
the
Wiley
Tingler.
That was the
The
fallen
Tingler.
stars
Fallen Skies.
fallen sky.
also the Tingler.
The Tingler. I was like, it's a movie we did.
Yeah.
So all I could think of was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 1 with that scorpion thing or whatever that
Mhm.
attaches to the dude's back from Buffy.
You can tell the difference between me and these boys is I watch more TV shows and they watch more movies. So my answer is always going to be a TV show.
But Shield's a TV show.
Yeah, but Falling Skies is these things where
Yeah, but it was the
attaching
Oh, I remember
Tingler.
that one
Nice.
too.
That's
Falling
where I
Skies
went.
had a great couple seasons.
Yes, it did.
And it pooped the bed. So that's some good Will Patton.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great Will
Some of the
Patton.
best Will
Yeah,
Patton.
it's probably my favorite Will Patton. Maybe Gone in 60 Seconds.
I
Speaking
mean, they're
of,
like
Bleep really wants to do Armageddon with us.
Armageddon. Be prepared for me to do that.
I don't want to close my thighs.
That you know that
Be
whole
prepared for me to do that.
you
But
know
not
that
close
whole
your
like
eyes or sing the song.
Armageddon thing comes
Oh yeah,
from, right?
That's my safe word. Armageddon. Armageddon. It's like the original sound bites on the internet.
Look, you guys, I'm getting out of here if we don't continue.
Yeah, it's low hanging fruit, and that's why you harvested it. I
Yeah.
like it.
You got to get the low ones. They're about to go
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, you can twist my Armageddon, but I'm gonna make jokes all I can.
Oh, speaking of low-hanging fruits, so Robin Williams flies his car over Sarah Jean's house,
Nice.
and Chris McDonald is
No,
there.
hold up. He crashes into an apple tree outside of Window
That's
Boy's
right.
bedroom.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, because Window Boy also saw the goons.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're missing some good Window Boy. The goons end up getting launched,
Oh.
And
bouncy
smacked.
bounce, and smacked into his window.
I had the note here, and I was like, wait, that's not important, because I was like, oh, they spray the stuff on the ground, they bounce. Who cares?
Right.
That's-
Who cares?
But I forgot.
Window Boy cares.
Yeah, because they land in the tree outside Window Boy's house right when he decides I can open the window.
Dude, he
again.
picks up a ray gun, and I pose, this kid now sleeps with a loaded weapon as an adult.
Yes.
He is not. He sleeps in rooms that have no windows, or he cannot sleep.
Someone's like, this isn't legally considered a bedroom because it doesn't have a window, and he's like, I'll
Perfect.
I'll take it.
Sold, bitch.
Where do you live? Storage unit 712.
But then, yeah, Robin Williams crashes into the tree too, scaring the kid even more. But
It is important because we need the apple.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's an apple
he's
tree.
hanging out over Sarah Jean's house. Shooter McGavin's there trying to like seduce her.
He goes in for a kiss.
I do
McGavin.
like Chris McDonald has the line. He's like, "It's real nice hanging out without Brainerd just hovering over us."
as he's hovering over
He's
them.
literally-
And now
hovering
again,
over
change
them.
the music. Give me a little Donna.
Well, this was Danny Elfman, not John Williams. So.
True, but I just, you know what I mean. This is a creepy scene if you change the music, but we're all.
Well, you do see while they're having this conversation, you see the shadow of the car on the next house. So it is kind of Jaws-y.
Right.
It's just like you see, like it's the fin.
Yeah, you guys caught the shadow. I was too busy trying to look at that bottle of wine.
Priorities, dude.
But yeah, she kind of turns away his kiss and goes inside, and Robin Williams just fucking hucks this apple at Shooter McGavin.
Right after I'm
And-
like, dude, just drop the
Not
apple
the
on his
first
head.
time he's thrown a piece of fruit at.
It's a run by fruit.
Exactly.
Yeah, the other time was Pierce Brosnan, who
Yeah.
love Chris McDonald, but I think Pierce Brosnan's probably on a higher level.
Yeah.
It depends what you're looking for. If you like sex, then yeah.
Dude, Brosnan playing this character.
No, movie's over. She goes with Brosnan. she looks at Brosnan next to fucking Robin Williams. What do you think happened in fucking Mrs. Doubtfire?
She only left him because
Another
he was,
movie that changes if you change the music. It's a
Yeah.
terrifying movie.
You dressed up as a
It's a
woman
terrifying-
to see your.
It's a terrifying movie anyway.
So I ever tell you the Bleep, female Bleep loves that movie.
I love
That
it.
is like and I do too. But that is like one of her favorites. It's to the point that anytime we were trying to figure out to watch, she would suggest that so many times that she started switching the description where it actually tricked me and Bleep. She's like, well, I want to watch this movie. It's about this guy, like he's a failed voice actor and he has an alternate persona and he ends up moving in with a family, but he's not who he says he is. And he's spying on him because he wants to get with the wife. Me and Bleep were like, that sounds great. And she's like, it's Mrs. Doubtfire. Like, and then she would switch it up. A makeup artist has to help his brother become
Oh,
a
I love
different
that makeup
person.
artist.
David. So yeah, just trying to describe that in a different way so she could get us to watch it. She's like, what are you describing? This sounds amazing. I've never seen this. It's a little movie called Mrs. Doubtfire.
This is a good this is a good pratfall from Chris McDonald if it's him and not a stuntman.
Oh my god!
Because
it's
it
him.
reminded me of Dutch at the end when he's
Uh-huh.
walking out and slips and fucking hits his
I'm
head.
okay.
It's like I said, it's 1,000% him.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I think it is.
Good-
I mean,
good on him.
usually
I'm
a
not
comedic
doubting it.
it was
actor-
him on Dutch also.
I wouldn't have been mad if it was a stunt double because that's a big fucking pratfall.
No, it's Chris McDonald, dude. He's
Pratt,
like,
is Pratt short for practical?
yes.
I don't know. No, it's Pratt, not Prack.
I just always thought practical.
I don't know what it stands for. Pratfall.
1,000%. It's got to be.
1,000%.
Okay,
Anybody
fine.
listening, write
Yeah.
us in. Nope, keep
No.
going.
Nope.
Oh,
Too
well,
late.
look
He
what you
doesn't.
did.
He doesn't
You
like my
poked the
1,000.
bear.
The word pratfall originated in the 1930s as a combination of the slang term prat and the word fall. The term prat has been used as slang for buttocks since the 16th century.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh,
So
it's
it's literally defined as a fall on one's buttocks.
Uh-huh.
So
1,000%. It's a practical fall on your ass.
okay,
Practically.
we still came. We got back there. I do. There's a quick
made it
thing.
work.
There's a
It's
quick
fine.
thing. It doesn't really matter. I just want to mention it because it made me laugh. Is when Ted Levine and Clancy Brown are trying to explain to Arlo Given's dad what happened about with the balls bouncing and stuff, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, tell me the story again. Got it. Were you drinking?"
No.
And I agree. No, they were not.
Yeah,
Well, because Levine says no, then Clancy Brown's like, I had 2 beers with dinner. He had a white wine. And
Still,
as podcasters, all 3 of us were like, no, that's not drinking.
I haven't even been drinking yet, and we're on our 4th beer.
I know. I've yet begun to drink.
I'm like, it's not drinking yet.
I mean, that's what I tell people. Like,
Now
do
we're
you-
drinking.
Do you drink
Not
every day of
yet.
the week? I'm like, no, sometimes I only have a couple of beers.
That's why when the doctor said, "How many drinks do you have in a week?" I was like, 3.
Yeah.
Wait, you meant how many days? Also, it's 7.
Oh, when you said drinks, were you counting beers?
Wait, like if I put the more than a half ounce of whiskey in the glass, or I just do half ounces at a time, so it doesn't count.
I don't think it counts unless I fall down, dude.
Exactly.
That's how I really know.
Yeah,
I'm
so I've only
drinking.
drank once in the last few years.
Oh, I've drank a couple times this year.
Oh, yeah. How was your shoulder?
It's all right.
But so Weibo makes a ghost woman to molest Robin Williams,
Uh-huh.
named Sylvia.
She kind of gives off Kathy Ireland vibes
Okay.
with a little bit of
Less eyebrow.
Yeah, definitely less eyebrow.
And it wakes Robin Williams up, and he has the great idea to apply the flubber to basketball.
Smart.
He goes and does some tests on it. He's just so much flubber goo on his shoes.
He's like
and
spreading
the
a
ball.
thin amount, and he is drenching this ball.
Soppy wet.
Just I think a open nozzle, 180, done.
Yeah.
Would have been perfect.
Or spray a rag and you rub it on
Or
the basketball.
how are you gonna rub that? Are you gonna go like?
No,
or-
you just lightly coat it.
you do it like
Hey.
a rooster?
I'm gonna apply this to the basketball.
Or you just dip it in the flubber and call it a day, which is what he does.
See what happens.
But this inspires him to help the basketball team because they're playing against Shooter McGavin's school,
Correct.
Rutland.
Because if Rutland wins,
They have to go to the mountains.
They have. Yep.
Yeah,
for the
Shooter
win.
He doesn't have a
taking-
cabin. They're gonna sleep inside of a carcass of a bear.
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
You want to bang yet?
If you
killed a bear and
haven't, you
quoted
guys
Empire.
should check out Haunt Took Shots first, where you can just hear these boys jacking each other off.
Hey, by the time this
With the
comes out,
force.
when
not
this
gay.
when this comes out, I think by the time this comes out, we will have definitely said, I thought they smelled bad on the outside because Empire Strikes Back should be out by now.
Ooh, I'm ready.
I don't have a schedule in my brain, so I don't know. But
Well,
roughly,
you do. You just forgot because you're a genius.
yeah.
His brain is only used for podcasting, not for human interaction.
Again, I took him to our wedding.
Smart.
But so he takes Flubber to the basketball game, puts it on these thumbtacks
He
on
takes
the.
Flubber to the bas- come on, let's go to the game.
Well,
We're
that's
gonna
what
go
he
see-
says. He's like, "We're taking Flubber to the basketball game."
Man, I want Gary Busey. I'm going to take Flubber to the basketball game. We are going to spray their shoes down.
Dude, that
with
you
a
don't even need to
bouncy,
change the
bouncy
music, and
liquid.
it's a scarier movie.
Instantly. Ted Levine.
I've got an
and-
idea. Flubber toothpaste.
Dude, Ted Levine and Clancy Brown is in the corner cowering.
I follow him on TikTok,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna keep sending you anytime he shows up. I'm just gonna send you.
You sent me a video, and then I immediately started following him on the podcast TikTok as well.
Yes.
Smart.
We need him on the show. Oh my god, if we could get him.
No, we can't afford him.
I don't know. We could afford a cameo
I don't know.
eventually. Not right now.
Not right now, we can't.
He leaves Weibo in charge of the house, which really doesn't come to anything other than the Flubber Mambo.
No, he
I
makes
thought-
her promise not to let Flubber out of the thing.
Yeah,
Right,
but
I
nothing
thought it
comes
was
of
gonna.
this.
I thought it was gonna be a big bad plot where like, all right, now I can use Flubber to make my fucking Sylvia body or whatever.
Or like Cat in the Hat situation.
yes,
they destroy the
yes.
house, and now it's all fucked up. and-
Precisely that. Like now we have to have a cleaning montage right before Rob Williams walks in. Like nothing happened
Maybe
here.
that was on the cutting room floor.
Could be because we did get Derrick's point though they wrapped up this movie and it was like, oh my God, we only have 84 minutes here. Dance scene.
Yeah.
That's why we had it.
Yep. Slow down the credits. Dance scene. 93 minutes in and out.
Do your best version of the Mask Coca Cabana.
With the again, who has this much fruit? Who has?
He's injecting the fruits with things. These are all experiments.
He's
Who
got a
has, like,
miniature
weird
of the
steak-
Coca-Cabana set
It
up in
wasn't
his
a
house.
miniature. He shrank it.
Wrong movie.
He's hanging out with...
no, he's got that talent.
Yeah, no, he's hanging out with Zelensky. That's his neighbor. This neighborhood hates this part of the... They're like, this
They're
street,
in the-
just stay away from it.
He's the house across the cul-de-sac.
Wait,
from
what's
him.
his name? Brainman? Like they
Brainerd.
Brainerd. Okay. Like
So you've got Robin Williams living next door to...
Doc Brown.
No, living next door to Rick
Zelensky.
Moranis.
Okay.
And then the Burger King that Doc Brown lives in is across the street.
Why is Doc Brown living in a Burger King?
It's an abandoned Burger King.
Watch the first Back to the Future movie.
He lives in a Burger King?
He didn't live in a Burger King. He has this house, and apparently, because he's a crazy inventor that's not making any money, he had to sell the land or something. So there's a burger. His house, his driveway goes into the parking lot of a Burger King. Yep. But
Okay,
we
then.
also have the coach of the basketball team, which made us happy. Sam Lloyd,
Christopher Lloyd's nephew.
Christopher Lloyd's nephew.
It's Ted from Scrubs. It's my
From the
favorite.
office of
From-
Scrubs. Just so I'm not wrong.
He also shows up in Galaxy Quest.
Absolutely.
He shows up in that movie Rising Sun with Sean Connery.
Oh, and Wesley Snipes?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a
It's
minute.
troublesome.
Also,
We'll
Troublesome
check
movie.
that out.
He gives the opposite of a motivational speech. This team, his basketball team, they've said that they're bad. Then they show them, and they are the nerds from
yeah.
Revenge of the Nerds.
yeah. Except that Jack called one fucking character out.
Yeah, I don't know the actor's name, but he's in Shameless. He's the guy that owns the motorcycle shop that ends up
He's
being
Lips sponsor.
because he hasn't changed. Like he's a little
Yeah.
kid, but that's a 40-year-old man's face
Yes.
on this little kid.
But I love Sam Lloyd's speech. He's like, sure, they're taller, more talented, better at basketball.
won
have more-
108
not a bunch of
games over
nerds.
us.
Have more sex. Their moms love them.
They've won 108 games in a row.
Sure, their dads are still speaking to them.
But his end is just like, but that doesn't mean we can't win. Like it's the opposite of motivational.
Yeah.
But Robin Williams has put these thumbtacks with Flubber on the bottom of all their shoes so they can bounce around.
But they
I'm not gonna go through the whole
spray
basketball
painted.
scene. Yeah,
But
they-
here's the thing that got me though is his plan was to not have him work right away. That way it doesn't seem suspicious. Wait till the second half where they kick in. That's gonna seem really suspicious. The
Yeah.
fact that you were down like
he said it was 30 minutes for the paint to wear off. So the first half of this game was only 30 minutes. I wish sports were that
no
short.
timeouts allowed in college, I guess. Well, I guess you know what? Because the team was just whooping them up, the ball never stopped.
Look, I'm gonna spray my goo on their shoes. Not what you think.
Get him out of here. No.
No. I'm not Quentin Tarantino. Hey, oh.
I'm not going to tell you one more time. Don't bring that bag of green shit in this fucking Coliseum.
Look, it's just my goo.
All right, we need backup. He is not leaving, and he's got goo. He's aiming it right at me. There's a maniac out here with goo pointed at me.
I love college basketball. It makes me spray goo everywhere.
Cancel the backup and just let me use my gun. I would like to end this, man. Oh no, he's covered in green goo. The bullets are coming right back at us. Send backup with more guns.
Oh, but yeah, they win the basketball game after some obvious fuckery.
Nobody is concerned that these guys can now leap over the scoreboard that is hanging from the top of this ceiling.
I love that this coach
the coach
of
and
the other
McGavin
team
are saying it.
is like, he's going to the ref. He's like, they're obviously cheating. And the coach is like, no rule against jumping too high. Shut the fuck up.
Joke that got me the practical. Well, we see Rob Williams do an air horn right into Shooter's
Oh
ear,
my God.
waving his hair.
and
That's
his
great.
hair's like flying
But then the
around.
next one, when he's hitting him with the newspaper while he's rallying, and Shooter grabs it and he still has some under it, he just looks like, I got more paper. Loved it, dude. But so they win the game in the most ridiculous fashion. The actor I recognize jumps up and goaltends. So much like Karate Kid,
Yeah.
your movie's built on a lie. He goaltends and then jumps from one basket to the other side of the court into
like falling into
swan diving, as you would, into
Space
the
Jams
basketball
through the
hoop.
hoop. Yeah.
And Chris McDonald just like, that's in the rule book. You can't take the ball. Nobody's supposed to follow the ball into the hoop with them. It's not in the rules.
Well, it's not in the rules because most basketball players aren't skinny enough to fit through the hoop.
Yeah.
They're not, football players, but they're muscular dudes.
They're big.
They're also 9 feet tall, so they're gonna be a little wider too.
I don't know what basketball he's watching.
It's that guy.
Yumming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 7'2".
Oh, only.
He was 9 feet. 9 feet's huge.
That's that guy from. That's that guy
No,
from.
he was bigger. He
9
was
foot
bigger than
tall
7'2".
person.
That's that guy from
He
Big
was like
Fish.
7'7".
9 feet's like that guy from Big Fish, right?
Yeah.
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 All right, rest in pictures, by the way.
Oh,
Was he really 9 feet tall?
I don't know. He was 8 something,
Jesus Christ!
I ate
How big
something.
was he as a babby?
9 something. He shrank.
Benjamin Button of height, dude.
Could you imagine? Like,
No,
well,
I
you
don't
guys
have a
aren't
vagina.
women, so you don't think about.
I get
carrying,
perturbed when I take a big poop.
9 foot poop, dude.
Yeah. Oh God.
where it takes
It
a couple
was
of minutes
9
for your
cutics.
butthole to come back to size.
I haven't had that.
You're taking a 9 foot shit. You got to flush halfway through, otherwise the toilet's gonna fill up.
Like a
Hot,
quarter.
hot, 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 hot.
You just keep flushing.
Dude, at that point, I'm sorry. Just go to the alley, sit in the dumpster, and just fill that thing up.
Oh, flubber.
Hopefully, somebody's got a compost pile going.
Ooh, no human waste in composting.
Not with
We eat
that
too much
attitude.
trash.
You don't know my diet. Yeah, sure, you watch me house a box of Sour Patch Kids, but you don't know my diet.
I gave you some.
I know she baited me.
I also ed a box.
I also ate a
I
box.
also ate it.
I ate it.
I ate some mana. I ate some mana Sour Patch Kids. Let's go. Let's talk about flobbers.
Husband got me this.
Now
3-foot
you're
box.
doing like a weird version of Bronson Pinchot.
Let's talk about flobbers.
I ate the
Is that the
whole
dude
box.
from Barry?
No, he's Perfect
Oh.
Strangers. Carson Lely
Bronson,
upload time.
Yes. Okay.
But so like Robin Williams goes home and he's sad because Sarah basically blew him off. He's like, I flubbered the team, and she's like, don't tell me that. I don't want to be in court for you.
I don't know what that means when you tell me you flubbered people.
I don't want to have to. I'm mad at you, but I don't want to have to testify against you
Hey,
when you
I
tell
mean-
me
I
you
mean-
flubbered the whole team.
I remixed a new song. It's called Meet Me at the Flub. It's going down. Oh, listen to this. Meet me at the flub. It's going down. Oh,
Find me in the flub. Bottle full of flub.
flub my mouth.
I'm
Get what
not.
you
I'm
need.
not a rapper. I ran flub with flub.
I'm not into having sex, but I'm into giving hugs. Oh,
I'm not into sex, but
But I'm into giving
flub.
flubs.
oh, look at that. Rhymes. I am a rapper. You tell me he's not a rapper. You haven't seen Ferngully, man.
Oh.
My name is Batty. I'm totally a rapper.
Oh.
But so he goes home and he's sad and he's waxing poetic to Weibo about his love for Sarah and how like he's not absent-minded because he's selfish or whatever. It's because he loves Sarah so much, and
He gives a scientific reason for why.
she starts recording the whole thing because now she's feeling like a real bitch.
Yeah.
So she starts recording the whole thing, goes
Yes,
to
a
Sarah's
robot
house.
is feeling like a bitch.
Well, this robot has a soul.
She does have a soul.
She
I
goes to
believe it.
Sarah's house and shows her the video, and then Sarah goes back, and then they make up, and it's all happy.
And now we're together again. We can ride off into the sunset in our T-Bird into the sunset.
literally into the
Like,
sun.
we can
Into
go right
the
for it.
sky.
If we fly too close, though, it'll melt the flubber.
And this is where
I
she's
think.
like, you can sell this. And he's like, yeah, exactly. Foot shoes and basketball players.
Foot shoes, foot shoes, hand shoes, face shoes.
Do you mean gloves and masks?
And Sarah's like,
Head
no.
shoes? You mean a hat?
Yeah.
What about back shoes? A backpack?
Yes, 1,000%. Back shoes, foot
I
shoes.
thought you said bat shoes at first.
What about booby shoes? Are you talking bras?
Yes.
Oh man, talk about bouncing.
Woo!
It's like
Flubber
it's
bra.
a reverse of the exercise bra.
Well, flubber
Exactly.
flubber is
Flubber bra is good.
anti-gravity,
Where you're just like,
right?
"Burr,
So-
Yeah.
Perfect.
Ooh.
You know what? Girls would love a flubber bra if you could get the formula down so it's not like, oh, I bumped into the countertop and now I'm flying across the kitchen or whatever.
Yeah, just like dilute that flubs.
We're just like,
But like
boing,
it's
boing, boing,
anti-gravity.
boing.
Anti-gravity is flubber's thing,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, it's like there goes all that pressure on my back.
Fuck,
Yeah.
for real. But you can keep it up.
Yeah, you just enough to flub your boobs.
Yeah,
Flubber.
you were making it hot for me. But no, this is where Sarah's like, no, flying cars,
This is
asshole.
you dummy. It's
We are
a
literally
car.
in your flying car, and you're not thinking about.
It's
selling
already
this?
so novelty to him. He's like, oh yeah, we are flying in a car. Weird. I didn't realize nobody else was doing that.
But yeah, if they sell this, they can save the school. So they go back to his house. The goons and the wrong kid died are waiting in the garage. and basically, wrong kid died is like, dude, if you sell me this, I'll forgive the debt to the school.
But I own you for 2 years.
Yeah,
Anything you invent.
yeah,
And you know what? I thought to myself, like, just don't do anything. Robin Williams couldn't.
yeah.
He could
exactly.
not.
Just pretend you're working on something.
Right.
And
Like,
you know
give
what?
him-
You solve it in 800 days.
Give him something stupid. Like, I made a Zippo that lasts twice as long. Happy?
I mean, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
You can make some money.
Yeah, give him some money, but don't give him like the world hunger fucking remedy.
It was a little confusing. These guys explained it to me. I was like, wait, so the school is shutting down because they owe him money? Because, like, if you're giving the school money so your kid can pass, we've seen this in other college movies and stuff. It's not a loan. You donate money to the school, and then your kid.
Right, but I think
gets
this
through.
is so shady.
Yeah. Also,
Your kid's
John
supposed
Hughes
to get
was
leeway.
like, I got nothing.
Yeah. Here's the plot. You want it?
Wait, I can't do any racist characters? Okay.
Huh. Back to square one.
He's loaning money to someone.
The school took out a loan from the mob. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, I like it. I like
oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can we get Clancy Brown and Ted Levine on this?
There you go.
Turns out we did.
And then they take the car to Ford, and I like the head of Ford here because this obviously Ford put
Son
money
of a
into this movie because they're flying around in a Thunderbird,
For
T-Bird.
sure.
and
Yeah,
then
it's
they
Thunderbird.
and then they go to the Ford Motor Company. You see the building and everything, and the guy's like, "I don't want to meet with this asshole. Send him a hat.
Give him a hat.
Well, he's right out your window.
He's right outside. Oh, literally on my 8th floor window."
Hello. I've never seen so many zeros because he drops his email address in the little sign.
Yeah. And they go back home, but right before they get there, the goons, Ted Levine and Clancy Brown, break in to steal the Flubber.
Oh, I hate this part.
And
This is the part that I thought was going to be the Home Alone moment, and it is to a
Weibo
small
tries,
degree.
yeah, like Weibo tries to fight them off. She bonks Ted Levine.
but Bill
but
kills her.
He fucking home runs. He Babe Ruths this little fucking robot across the
If
basement.
it wasn't
is
Elfman?
out of here.
If it wasn't Elfman, if it was my Johnny Dubs, I would have been crying. Like, I felt it. I wanted to cry. I
or
wanted
Randy
to be
Newman.
There. Fuck you.
No, I'm not.
We hit it
Oh,
with
you
the
know what?
baseball
I'm
bat.
not
Honestly,
even saying it from that.
97.
The reason I say Randy Newman is because she cries to the natural, and guess
But
who
that's the
fucking scored
80s.
Randy Newman? Guess who scored Randy Newman?
Randy
the
Newman.
natural.
No, Randy Newman scored Randy Newman.
But-
I'm gonna hit a robot with a baseball
Okay.
bat. It's
Some
gonna
just
fly
gonna
across the
fall
room
out
of
and it's
me.
really fat.
He doesn't sing in any of that score.
I know. I'm just giving
This
him
song
credit.
doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't matter because I got some sense. Flubber is like flying rubber. I couldn't choose no other than my flubber. Ooh, it's my step flubber like brother. I'm stuck and my step flubber's gonna help me out. I'm stuck in my washing machine. Flubber's gonna
Is your
help
wife-
me, I mean.
Your wife is so upset with us for doing this.
I'm going to murder them.
She
both.
hates him and our impersonations of him. Well, I guess this is my last song.
Whitney hates me so much that when other people sing my songs, she wants to stab them in the butts.
I'm gonna break my pickle.
Don't rip your pickle. That's gonna hurt, not tickle. Don't break
But
your
yes,
pickle.
1,000. I
Your
would
pickle's
have.
made of flubber.
Boing. 19.
Dude, what are we even doing anymore?
I don't
I
know.
would have cried. Like, Elfman does a good job. It's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah, he's keeping it fun and light.
Yes.
So they
but
don't want you to cry.
I would
Well,
have.
they-
He was
they
trying to make it
do.
depressing.
Yeah.
And he just did not hit the correct notes.
No, I think they
For
do.
me to cry.
I think he wants you to feel, not cry.
I will say the
And
music
there you
here
are.
didn't do it. Didn't get that emotion.
No.
I mean, nothing. Things don't make me cry. I'm a robot. But
Homeward Bound.
Well, that was when I was a kid. I
Play
wouldn't cry.
fair.
Iron Man
cry. I
dying.
wouldn't cry now because I wouldn't watch Homeward Bound because I don't want to cry.
Iron Man
I don't
dying.
even own that movie on 4K.
I don't actually.
Why would you?
I should.
Of course you
Iron
should.
Man dying.
Well, that was the first time. I'm sure I'd be fine if I watched it again. I got it on 4K. Let's find out. But I got to watch all the ones leading up to it for it to really elicit the emotion.
True.
So we only got to watch
We don't have
20
that
On
time.
to
movies.
Captain America, First Avenger.
But Robin Williams is fucking bringing it here. Like this dude is heartbroken.
Well, and he's got single tears
And
rolling
that's
down.
where my eyes definitely got wet,
Yeah.
but my
No hot
nose did
nose.
not. I did not
No
get a
hot
Bernie
nose?
nose. No
Okay.
Bernie nose.
Bernie Nose sounds like a slogan for Bernie Sanders.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna lie, Bernie Nose sounds a little more racist.
Please
than
write
you
in
think.
if you know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about, where you feel like you're gonna cry, but you're not crying, but your nose is burning.
Bernie Nose is a mobster character. Hey, go ask Bernie Nose if he's seen anybody come true this
That's
way.
Dick Tracy
Let
too.
these guys know
Bernie
I'm not crazy,
Nose.
please. At badmoviesworstpeople@gmail.com.
Yeah, email us
Thank
if you get a hot
you.
nose when you get sad.
Burning
But
nose.
there is this part where like she's laying there and there's like goop around her. He's like, "Oh, she's
bleeding
leaking battery
acid."
fluid." Like, oh, it is heartbreaking.
It is. It's just we aren't human.
And you love
No.
her.
But it's a robot dying. We should be sad.
I know. I normally am. This is usually what gets me.
But also, Weibo's kind of been a bitch the whole movie.
That's why I love her.
But then she also turned around and was like, Sarah, hey,
Yeah, but they didn't give us
This
enough
is
time
what's
to
going
accept
on.
that before they killed her.
93 minutes.
But it's okay
I know.
because
I'm not
she
complaining.
flashes a word that makes them stork. That makes them
Stork.
run up there. It's like Tony Stork.
Ooh.
She's telling me to look for a stork.
It's
I'm
'cause
gonna
it's
look through the computer, but all I can find is pork.
baby.
And I'm a dork.
But Sarah even like points out, she's like, so what was that word that flashed across her screen? He was
You expect me to remember something? Bitch, I didn't remember our wedding.
also, he's like,
That's what he should have said, maybe without the bitch, because it's PG.
girl.
Girl, I didn't remember our fucking wedding. You remember that fucking word that flashed on Weibo's face? I was crying into battery
Remember
acid.
when
But
you
then
told me
Sarah-
about our wedding and 1 hour later I forgot?
Yeah.
Then Sarah kisses him on the cheek and he goes, spring. It started with an S. And he gets onto like that 90s ergonomic fucking keyboard.
It's an early version of
where
it.
your
And
hands
I
are
don't
like,
think this is like, it's like, oh, look, he uses ergonomic keyboard. Because I think someone in the prop department or the set dressing was like, well, this looks like a smart guy keyboard.
Yeah, this is a new technology he
Yeah.
would be using.
yeah,
Yeah.
it would be.
But ends up the file is their baby.
Yep.
And
like, it's-
we got to
Yeah.
talk about that real quick.
Got rid of my flaws and it's got parts of you in it.
Where did you get parts of me? No, I'm asking you, Weibo. Where did you get parts of me?
Your personality.
Okay, so we saw the ghost.
Was I
I
sleeping?
stroked your fucking penis. You know the condom you and Sarah used? Yeah, I took a sample from that.
The flub glove?
Yep.
Just semen bouncing around inside.
The flub glove.
Yeah, they didn't die because they were just like, bing, 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 bing. They're like, they're not there yet.
She
We're
has
working
the
on it.
Sylvia bot just like talk him off when he's sleeping until he gets nocturnal emissions. She just comes and screams, "Yes, for our baby!" Oh, mimics that into my beer. I don't even want to drink this now. It's got fucking.
Well, it's Robin Williams, Goose. So
All right.
you'll be funnier.
Bottoms up. That's what I always say. That's how I masturbate. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up, bottoms in. She makes she has the blueprint for the wee bet,
Uh-huh.
but it's because right before that, Robin Williams says he's like, and Jack, you had been asking this the whole movie. Like, why isn't he just selling Weibo bots?
Because he
says
comes off
here-
as a failed inventor. I know what you're about to say, but before that's like he comes off as a failed inventor. I'm like, you have this AI robot with a soul that can fucking fly, remind you of stuff like this is so far ahead of 97
He also
technology.
has a house cleaner.
Oh, for sure. That's what you should sell. But Weibo to me was like, you nailed it with Weibo and not Flubber. But then this point.
Yeah, he doesn't know how it happened. It was a fluke. Her like personality and everything that went into it, he can't recreate it.
Because he can create bots, it just wouldn't be exactly
But she also
Weibo.
tells him in this message, like, you didn't forget how you did it. I didn't tell you how you did it. Like,
Uh-huh.
I
it
withheld
was
information.
luck, but I withheld the extra stuff. Also, you said he should sell the house cleaning bots. You know what the house cleaning bots made me think of? Not in design,
Fallout 4.
but in their
No,
noise,
Blank
their
Man.
sounds. No, the gonk droids.
Oh,
Because it's sitting there like
Gonk.
sweeping and stuff, and it's like
Gonk.
What's a gong droid?
They're the
In-
trash can ones from
with legs.
Oh.
yeah.
They're walking batteries.
Yeah.
That is like their whole.
So
fight in
I know
life.
it's not the same type, but it's just the noises and stuff. Like, because he comes in after they broke into his house and it's sweeping, and it looks up at him. It's just like bonk. But so Flubber's being held hostage at Arlo Givens' house.
We're just gonna ignore the fact that he said Flubber's being held hostage. All right, go on.
Robin Williams shows up with Sarah Jane, and
And they're walking awkwardly, and you're like,
yeah, they're walking like they have shit, like they have to take
Up their
shits.
butt.
No, it looks like they took shit, but both the bathrooms they used were out of toilet paper.
So they're just like, "Meep, meep, meep, meep. There's nothing suspicious here.
No, it's somewhat similar to the way that Cheech is running in Up in Smoke.
Stay together, cheeks don't fail me now.
But like they're going in, they see the Flubber. There's this whole like standoff thing. I do love when Ted Levine every time, except for the 2 times Robin Williams reaches into his pocket to grab this giant remote control for his flying car. Ted Levine is like, "Why are you reaching in your pocket?"
What you got there, pal?
And
Sorry.
the one is that
Dr.
he pulls out a
Garper.
gun, and it's like Robin Williams is like it's a squirt gun, and Arlo Givens is like,
Give it
to him. Squirt, 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 squirt. Dude, I was fucking.
Squad, squad.
Both
I was
of you were
rolling.
just fucking rolling.
This is so
It's
stupid.
great
It's
because
so-
like no, stop that. Give it to him. Squad, squad, squad. No, what did he say? He's like,
Give it to him in his hand.
yeah,
So
put
he
it in
starts
his
shooting
hand and give it to him. He shoots his hand, and he said something else. He's like, no, knock that off and do it. And he's, squad, squad, squad. He's like,
And
Put
you
the
know
gun
what?
in his hand.
put the gun in his
bitch.
hand. Fucking goddamn it.
It's a combination of things. Robin Williams just like deadpan, like I'm being squirted in the face look is funny,
Yeah.
but also Ted Levine just cluelessly like
One of the
okay,
most terrifying
squirt,
individuals.
Squirt. I'm giving it to him. Squirt.
No, stop.
Squirt,
Give it
squirt,
to him. I am.
Squirt. It's
I am
fucking
giving it to
hilarious.
him.
Like
Dude,
the-
you
the-
sound just like.
Thanks. Oh, was she a big old fat person?
the comedy of the movie sometimes fails, but this
Dude,
like,
this was a delight
having
to
Ted
watch with
Levine
you
and
two.
Jack said right up front, you have Ted Levine and Clancy Brown. He's like trying to make these guys funny is a tall order, but having these serious, scary dudes doing this silly shit works really well.
Do you notice
Yeah.
Clancy was not involved in any of that stuff?
Which is funny because I think that he could do it.
Yeah,
I think Clancy has chops.
I think Clancy had funnier. Like Ted Levine had more of the comedy moments, and I think he had maybe had a better delivery.
Uh-huh.
But Clancy Brown, when he had his funniest moments, were all facial expressions.
Yes.
And a lot of slapstick.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think it's big dude getting bonked around.
They both delivered very well.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
they were surprisingly good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had 2 beers and he had a glass of wine.
So I'm not drinking.
But so he gets the Flubber out of the containment unit, and he's like, "Do it for Weibo," and hits the button. The car is outside flying. It shines the bright lights, which we didn't mention earlier, but the bright lights piss off the Flubber.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we didn't talk about it because it didn't really matter. Just another montage of this thing bouncing around. Probably
It's a-
scared window boy again.
It's John
Yeah.
Williams, or not John Williams, John Hughes, very different person.
Dun, 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 bam, bam, boom, dum, ba-dum, bam, 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 boom, dum, ba-dum, dum, bam, boom,
It's
boom.
John Hughes, like I said, just being assigned to write a script and going, oh, fuck. All right, let me flip through my script book. Oh, Chekhov's gun. That's the thing I need.
Yeah.
So shiny light at the beginning pisses off the Flubber. Shiny light at the end pisses off the Flubber. It bounces around.
If
does
so
a bunch of
facto, we got a
destruction.
story.
All these guys get taken out basically, but the funniest part is, and it's stupid, but it still made me laugh because Chris McDonald does a good job.
Yes.
The Flubber going into his mouth and he swallows it. And this is another thing that's burned into my mind from this movie is him like
He's
doing this
doing
wiggly,
good
squiggly
physical
thing.
He is.
acting.
Like this Flubber is bouncing around his insides, just shredding
It's
them to
going
pieces,
through his intestines, dude.
and it shoots out of his ass.
Which I'm glad we didn't get a fart noise. We got like a cannon blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
That butthole will never be the same. I just talked about having to take big poops and not being happy about it. This guy's having a terrible day.
A whole
Oh,
sentient creature came out of his
Prolapsed
asshole.
anuses making out.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
pink socks, dude.
Oh, God. She said it. You made it worse.
Our friend sent us a video, and
That's not a friend.
It shoots out of his butt, and that's the end of the villains, apparently. So we have the wedding. Tom Williams, Robin
Dude,
Williams.
Robin Williams is wearing this gorgeous top hat.
in like 8 foot tall top. Like
He's
he
Willy
fucking-
Wonka.
Yeah,
He's about to invite a bunch of fucking kids into his laboratory, and they ain't making it out. Oh, there's no way of knowing which way the rowers are rowing. Oh, no signs of slowing. Hey,
come with me, and you'll see a world of pure imagination.
We have so little to do and so much time. Oh,
Could you
scratch that,
imagine
reverse
Gene
it.
Wilder as the absent-minded professor?
Yes, I can.
Could
I
you
kind of love
can
that.
you imagine Gene Wilder as the genie? Because I can.
I can. I mean, Gene Wilder as the young Frankenstein's not too far off from
No,
what you're
he's not.
what you're asking for.
I fucking love it though.
And that's my favorite finger quote Mel Brooks movie.
Wasn't the hump on the other side? What hump?
What hump? Their wolf. Their castle. Why are you talking that way? I thought you wanted to. No. I'm easy. Suit yourself.
No, the other brain got damaged. I grabbed a different one. Who was it? Abby
someone.
something.
Abby
Normal? God damn it, that movie.
Do you know that every time they say Fabluka, the horse's neigh,
Yeah.
Fabluka is German for glue.
Oh.
So something
Oh.
you wouldn't know unless you got the translation. Hey, guess what? I have it on Blu-ray.
I've got it on Blu-ray too.
Fuck.
I was about to say I've got it on 4K, and I was like, no, I don't.
I wish.
I will. I'm sure it's on 4K by now.
Think so?
I have this Mel Brooks box set, so it's hard for me to like buy the new 4Ks of all these movies because I'm like, but how much better is it going to get?
Well, they're gonna put them all on 4K.
Now, if they put them out and they're like also with 12 hours of special features,
Sure.
count
Now you
me
put
in.
your fucking other one up on eBay, make a little bit of money off of it.
I'll sell that box set for $8 so I can afford this $40 4K.
Economics.
All right,
so they-
now's
yeah.
the part.
They have their wedding.
Kind of.
He's at home, but
Yeah.
we bet
We bet.
We bet.
his love child with Weibo.
Yeah. His new wife kisses his love child from his former relationship with a robot.
We're not going to talk about the fact that he fucked a robot. We're not going to talk about it.
We're not talking about it.
Well, he didn't fuck her purposefully.
I-
She fucked
raped
him in
him.
his
You
sleep.
don't know that. He doesn't remember.
That's fair, actually. I was gonna say, yeah, we know because he had no idea, but he has no idea.
He
about
doesn't
why.
remember. He blacks himself out to help. He's like, I'm going to fuck a robot, drink a bottle of scotch. Oh, you're welcome.
There's those little things on the bottom that you think are supposed to be like the hover pads, but they're just little pocket pussies.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
She's got 3 holes.
Like a bowling ball. Or Miss Rebecca.
So she kisses the video screen and they get married. We have the golf ball and the bowling ball bounce one more time, and then we cut to this airplane, this passenger plane in the sky,
Woo!
and we were all thinking
The balls.
the balls are gonna fly up.
I thought it
you
was
know.
going to cut to like the bad guys, like, fine, we'll just leave and go steal somebody else's invention and the bowling ball taking them out.
But no, it's poor little window boy.
Little poor window boy.
And his dad is like, dude, we are 30,000 feet above the ground.
You're fine,
There's
babe.
no possible way there's a monster or a bad guy or
There's
a
nothing in the
car
wing.
outs-
No thing.
So he opens the window.
And here's Robin Williams and Sarah Jean flying in their Thunderbird with a robot and a little green gloopy monster.
The little green gloopy monster fucking flies at you and hits the window. All
and makes like a kissy mouth. It does like a kissy thing on the window. And then the kid just closes the window and looks at his dad like, you motherfucker. I will never trust
the
again.
look this
Of
kid gives his
disdain.
dad. It's disdain.
This is the look of I will never be married
I'm gonna murder you in your sleep.
Yeah.
because I will never trust anyone.
Dude, this guy is living in a padded room right now.
We were talking during the movie about like how we need a movie about this kid growing up, and I
Yeah,
was
we
like,
need
yeah,
to
they
see it
already
from
did
this
that.
point
It
of
was
view.
called Nightcrawler, and it starred Jake Gyllenhaal. He loves watching people die and taking pictures of it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you made me watch that last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Awesome.
I
Let
do
you
remember.
watch.
I
He
didn't
had
make
me watch
you.
Oh, you had me watch that last year.
There you go.
Noise. Nicely done there, lass.
And it also has that dude from Rogue One, the pilot.
Pedro
Oh.
Pascal.
No, the pilot
Poe?
from
Oh,
Rogue One.
Brody. The Indian actor.
I can't think of the actor's name right now, but he's Jake Gyllenhaal's sidekick, and he gets killed. Spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
fuck. Brody Rook is the character.
Spoiler alert for an 11-year-old movie. Sorry.
What are you gonna do? There's a statue of limitations.
And
A
then that's
statue?
it.
me and Truck have always joked about that. We just want a big statue, but it just says limitations because the amount of people that mispronounce that
Yeah.
or insurmountable. I even had somebody who I knew whose mom said, well, I don't want to be a barrel of bad news. And instead of bearer of bad news, I'm like, from now on, it's a barrel of bad news.
Wow.
Because that's a bad way to get bad news. It
I-
comes by the barrel.
Right?
Barrel of Monkeys, Barrel of Bad News,
Damn.
So
Mine
yeah.
is
Barrel and Aged.
espresso.
Oh, espresso is so
I
many people.
Fucking hate that. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's ESS. It's espresso.
But this
It's
is
actually
America.
not. It's just ES.
Yeah,
The
it's
SS
ES.
comes at the end.
Oh, there you go.
Just like America.
Sorry.
Oh, topical.
Oh.
Riveting.
Credits. That's the end of the movie. So, we'll go around the horn for recommendations. We'll start with Whiff.
I honestly I haven't seen this since the 90s, and it was still a lot of fun for me. I'm sure it helped to have the two of you with me.
Uh-huh.
So I would definitely have to put some of Jack's caveats in there, like Friends. I didn't drink, but Friends.
Well, second half we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
I didn't really.
Double IPA.
Doesn't count. It was one beer.
it was a third of a beer. It's fine. But no,
third of a Prowler,
I
but-
definitely recommend this. If you got littles, dude, watch this with your littles because they'll get a kick out of it.
I do like that Whitney caveat.
Yeah.
Ooh, I get a
Jacques?
caveat, guys.
Yeah, I will recommend it. And a Whitney caveat. If I had my nieces over, I could show them this and not be
1000.
fucking burnt out. And like, I'm not watching Frozen again, just so everybody fucking knows. I will never fucking watch Frozen
Let it go
again. I'm trying to. But yeah,
Let it
they
go.
could. I had more fun with this than I thought I would. Never seen it. I don't know if how often I'll watch it again, but when I have to, it won't be a maddening thing. I'll be
You can
happy
be like,
about
girls, oh my God, I just found a movie that you guys might like.
If they ask me, I'll put it on. But I don't think I needed the caveats. Like we watched it together. I think I could have watched this alone and had as much our laughter together is great, but I think I would have gotten all the same jokes.
It is more fun with friends, and I'm surprised to find that I would still recommend this. Barely though, it's like you said, I'm not gonna watch this again on my own.
Right.
But if you have kids, they might actually like this. Like a lot of the kids movies from the 90s and earlier don't hold up for kids now because they want CG and they want farts and they want all that stuff. Well, this has all that.
No farts though.
Oh, there was plenty of fart noises.
Oh, there was
he
fart
did-
noises.
When,
And then things
when
shot out of,
Robin's like trying to wait, he first meets Flubber. He goes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's fart noises.
and something shoots out of a guy's ass. So.
yeah.
I will watch this again and put on a score to it. Maybe like 9 Inch Nails or something.
oh,
I want to fuck you like an animal. I
Oh.
want to fuck you
It's
like a
right
robot.
when he's holding Weibo. I wanna fuck you like an animal.
Black like your soul.
Yeah, with me. We're in this together now.
Oh, hopefully, I don't know if it's the name of the song, but the Head Like a Hole comes on right around the time Ted Levine and Clancy Brown are getting hitting the fucking head with bowling balls.
where does
I
Perfect
love-
Drug come in?
When he's
When he
crying,
invents Flubber.
when he's crying about Sarah
You
Jean.
are the perfect
Right when he
drug.
invents Flubber.
Yeah.
Or when Sylvia, when the robot's jerking him off with a hologram.
There you go.
But yeah, it's a soft recommend in that if you have kids, they might still be interested.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily an adult watch together movie like we did, but do what you want.
Yeah, I'm not in
You
charge.
do
But
you. We
I
don't
honestly
judge.
expected to be like, no.
This
This is not enough Robin Williams. That's my biggest problems. I mean, he's in every scene basically,
Right.
but he's not Robin Williams. Like the way we talk about Tom Sizemore about not being Tom Sizemore.
Yeah, he wasn't
and Nick
sizing
Cage
it.
not being Nick Cage.
Don't cage him. Don't
Yeah.
cage Nick.
He needs to be Robin Williams, and he's not. He's Robbie Williams.
The reason we watched it, he's Rob. He's just Rob.
Bob Williams.
The reason we watched this together is because I thought we thought it was gonna suck.
Yeah.
Like just be I've never seen it and you didn't think it would stand up, either of you. So it's like, let's just watch it together and at least make fun of it. No, it was better than that.
Yeah, we didn't really talk much through it either. We were all
Cracking
pretty
jokes,
much-
but I found myself entertained.
yeah,
Same.
So
Give it to him.
dope.
No, give it to him. Stop. Put it in his hand and give it to him. Stop it. Stop it.
But so next week we are going to. Hey guys, we had something else planned for next week, but due to the tragic and sudden passing of Gene Hackman, we decided to talk about a Gene Hackman movie. So next week's episode will be Welcome to Mooseport, which is currently available on Prime Video. We'll be leaving at the end of the month, so perfect timing. So you can watch it there on Prime. You can rent it on Amazon for $3.79. You can rent it on Apple for $4. You can buy it for $13 on both of those. But that will be next week's episode. Welcome to Mooseport, Gene Hackman's final film, co-starring Ray Romano. I think you know how that's going to go. So tune in next week for Welcome to Mooseport. And now back to the episode. Don't forget, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/worstpeople. $3 a month. You get a bonus mental health episode, which this month is
Major League?
Major League.
Yeah.
We literally recorded an episode yesterday.
That was yesterday.
You're just not sure what month we're on.
I have
Correct.
no idea what month we're on, dude. We record these ahead of time, and I never know if, like, is this the next episode coming out, or am I going to hear this next year?
Yeah. You want to know where we're at, guys? We haven't left for the cruise yet.
Spoilers. They don't make
There's
it
a
back.
peek behind the fucking curtain.
And then you also get a Latchkey Vids episode, which is
Ow,
us
ow.
discussing forgotten or never known television shows from the 90s. Currently, we are talking about Cop Rock, and this month's episode is episode 3, A Three-Corpse Meal, also known
AKA
as...
Baby merchant.
Give me a week or two. I'll have your baby for you.
That's where we need video. I'll have your baby and the baby belly thing. And then don't forget, well, you guys might not know because this is main feed. A new feature for Patreon people is whenever we record these episodes in video, which this one is not, but when we do video, which is as often as we do, the patrons get the videos ad-free on the Patreon feed. If you watch it on YouTube, which is the other place you can watch it, or on our website, badmoviesworstpeople.com.
Just remember, if you can pay $3,
fuck
you
you.
get it ad-free. Do-ba-da-ba-da-ba-dee-dee-dee-da-da-dee.
That's our new Patreon theme song.
Oh,
But yeah, you get it ad-free on Patreon, or you get it with ads on YouTube. So that's the thing. We have to thank Evasion, of course, for providing the opening.
We
and
don't have
closing
to,
music.
but we want to a lot.
Oh yeah, we want to.
We really want to.
We always will. I will not forget
I
unless
love
I do.
Evasion.
So that's it for this week. I've been Derrick.
I'm Whitney.
I'm a window kid.
Oh, fuck you are.
Good night, and go flub yourself.
Oh.
Bye. Flubber, ba 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 ba. You were my slimy boy.